What? Ah! What? Oh. What? Whoa. Hello, everyone. Oh my god, hi. Hi. Okay, so I'm so sorry that this stream is, like, essentially, like, 14 hours late or something like that. Congrats on your first Miale, and hello. It's wonderful to see you. Okay, so in the past 14 hours, I've had to reschedule this HOA inspection, like, 3 times. It's kind of annoying. Okay, so here's essentially what happened. I live on the 2nd floor of my apartment building, and the unit beneath me is having, like, a leak in her kitchen. And the kitchen is, like, right next to the heating units in our apartment building. So, it's not, like, a huge leak, but they have no idea where the leak is coming from. So they had to come into my unit to essentially do, like, a really quick inspection to make sure that, like, everything was a-okay, and just to go over some, like, guidelines for the summer, and also just a bunch of other, like, stuff, and to check if I had standing water, which I didn't. So the HOA guy, maintenance worker, he's actually really nice. He essentially takes care of, like, everything in this building, not this building, in these, in all the buildings, because there's lots of buildings in this complex. Anyway, so he was supposed to come last night after 6 o'clock, and I was like, okay, that's fine. He's like, I'm coming from kind of far away, like the other side, not the other side of the state, but I'm coming from kind of far away, so it's gonna take me, like, 3 hours to get there. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And so 6 o'clock comes, and I'm waiting. And then 6:30 comes, and I'm still waiting. And then it's like 6:45, and I'm, like, looking at my metaphorical watch, and I'm like, well, my stream starts at 7:30. It's like 7:15 when he finally calls and texts me. And he's like, hey, so the contractor that I was waiting for hasn't come yet. And I was like, oh my god. So I'm not gonna be there tonight. And I was like, oh my god. He's like, so I'll be there in the morning. I'll be there by noon. And I was like, ugh! Now, again, this happened at like 7:15. By that time, I was, like, stressed out and kind of, like, not freaking out, but I was kind of stressed. I was just, like, not mentally, like, prepared for, like, a stream by that point, because the idea was, okay, he's gonna come after 6, so he's usually pretty punctual, so he's gonna be here, like, 6 to 6:30. And then that'll give me time to get all my stream programs up and everything and get myself ready for stream, and then I can just jump in and I'll at least have, like, a little bit to, like, prepare myself for stream. Did not happen. So that's why we're doing this Alaris stream today. So, excuse me. So my deepest apologies to Crescent Studio, who I was speaking with, and that's how I got the code for Alaris, which I'm super excited to play. But that's why I couldn't stream yesterday, and that's why it was like, okay, I'm doing it at this time, okay, I'm doing it at this time, okay, I'm doing it this time. I was like, ah! Because everything was kind of, like, everything was kind of going wrong. So, super apologies to Crescents for miscommunications, but thank you so much to them for still allowing me to play this beautiful visual novel dating game. I'm very excited. So, yeah, so that's kind of, I just wanted to clear that up, because I was not happy. I was, like, literally, like, I was talking to Amber, and I was like, okay, like, do you want to, like, kind of, like, hang out for, like, an hour before I have to go to stream? And she's like, yeah. And then we're sitting there and we're, like, waiting. We're, like, waiting together, and she's like, where is that maintenance guy? I was like, I don't know. And I was like, he's not here. And I was kind of freaking out. So yeah. That's kind of my preamble. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump into things. We're gonna just go over to our gaming screen. I'm gonna turn off my music because the music in this game is really, really pretty. And then I got a couple of things that I want to talk about. Regarding Alaris. We'll go over the characters, and then we will jump into things. Let me know how volume is. I think I adjusted volume pretty good. But let me know how it sounds for you guys compared to like my voice. So we have Alaris here. I'm very excited. I've looked at pretty much like my keynotes, and that's kind of it, because whenever I do these first looks, I go in straight by vibes, and then we kind of discover it along the way. So all I know is like kind of what the guys like look like, and I will put up our potential dating options on the screen as well, so that you guys can see them when I go through them. But this is Alaris. It is a fantasy romance visual novel, and here is the premise for the game. We're getting a cutscene. I didn't futz around in the menu long enough to see that there was an introduction cutscene. Okay, we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this together. Ooh. Not all mysteries can be explained by the logic of man. Hi, Gazan. Some mysteries beyond man have no logic. Okay, so we have Isa, the haunted protector. He's so pretty. Everybody's so pretty. In the face of such, keep your wits close. Trust not yourself, nor your senses, nor your time, nor your wit. So yeah, this is kind of all about, like, fairies. So we have Druk, the selfless martyr. Etza, the burdened seraph. Ooh. We have Fenir. That's the one I think I'm gonna like the most. But we don't know. We don't know for sure. He looks like a certain other white-haired, blue-eyed baby boy. We have Cain, the enchanting prodigy. I think there's like one more. Yeah, Kuna, the shadowed soldier. No, wait, there's one more. There's two more. Right? Unless I missed one of the introductions because I was yapping too much. Either way, I'll put up all the art again. Ooh, it looks so pretty. I'm really excited. Okay. So let me put up. Okay, so let me talk about the here's the music box here. Here we go. Let's just shuffle this. Okay, so there is a music room where you can just listen to the soundtrack, which is like super nice. Okay, so play as a renowned healer who finds themselves at the center of a global crisis. After a dangerous run-in with a shadowy stranger, you're left with nothing but questions and a mysterious word that won't stop gnawing at you. Enter a world of magic, of fae and dragon. So, this game is, currently... Okay, no. So it is fully released. There is about 350,000 words. So that's about 30 to 50 hours of playtimes. There's a customizable protagonist for name, gender, and personality. I'm doing good though, Gazan. How are you? I hope you're doing well. There are 6 love interests and 12 endings, so that means there's about 2 endings for each love interest, with 1,000+ choices for dynamic playthroughs and replayability. There's over 50 CGs in the game. There's an in-game phone messaging system, there's a codec system, and partial voice acting. And so the price of Alaris, if you are interested in purchasing it, I do have links to the Steam page as well as the itch.io page, is $14.99. And then we have, and I could go through the credits as well, but so the characters that we can date are Kane, Druk, Fenrir, Etza, Kuna, and Isa. And then I'll show them off. Hello! Hello! Hi! Okay. Hopefully, I was about to say, hopefully this isn't huge. Okay. So, okay, so we have Kuna. We have Kuna, who's the hooded one. Have I managed to kiss any men yet? No! I'm only 20 minutes into stream. I gotta entice you guys. I gotta do my spiel, and I gotta talk about the game first. Before I can kiss men, I gotta do my spiel for you. Are there women in this? I don't think so. There might be a non-binary option, but I believe that this is a primarily otome game. So I believe that all of the options are men, but I'm not 100% sure. So, okay, so we have Kane, who is the red-haired one. We have Kuna, who is the hooded one. We have Fenrir, who is the kind of white blue-haired one with the blue eyes, who reminds me of Temis. Temis from Final Fantasy XIV / Elidibus. So that's the one that I'm like, ooh, maybe I want to date him. And then we have Druk, who I believe is the blonde one. We have Etza, who is the dark-skinned, white-haired one with the little butterfly next to them. And then we have Isa, who is the one with the horns, I believe. Wait, hold on. I actually think... Oh my god, they're all here. Okay. Well, I'm just dumb. Okay, never mind. Forget everything I said. We're literally just gonna go through this one by one because, hold on. So that was like the key art. I want to steer him like a bike. Okay, so we have Kane, Druk, Fenrir, Etza, Kuna, and Isa. All right, so these are our romance options, and you can see that we have everything is locked because I literally haven't. Oh my god, look at Francisco. Hold on, look at Francisco. He looks so goofy right now. Can I? Okay, look at the men on the screen, but also look at Francisco. Okay, never mind. He's not. I was gonna try to zoom in on him, but he's such a goofball. He's so silly. Okay, so Fenrir is the one that I'm like, ooh, but they're all pretty, and so I'm literally just gonna go off of vibes. But I do know that one of the fan favorites is Kuna. A lot of people who I've seen who have also been playing the game as like a first look, thanks to Crescents, have been like, I'm going for Kuna, and so like I'm also like, he's also kind of my type. But again, like we just go off of vibes. We're gonna try to kiss at least. Well, maybe not kiss. Well, maybe I would like to kiss somebody today. But I'll at least try to hold somebody's hand, you know? Okay. So, again, if this is a game that you are interested in, please, please, please check out the pin message. I have, again, the Steam store page and the Itch.io page for easy access for your buying preference. And the first thing that I usually do when we're looking at a game like this is we're gonna look at the options. So we have full screen and windowed, pretty standard. We have a skip mode for all text, or if you've already read text. So I'm gonna do this one because I don't want to skip anything. We have transitions on and off. We have font for default and open dyslexic. I actually, as a dyslexic person, I don't find that the default font is too terrible, but I know that having a dyslexic option is very important for people like me. We have text speed, auto forward time, standard volume. I'm gonna say this game started with all of the volume at like mid-range, which I, as somebody who gets like sensory overload, especially when it comes to like loud noises, I was so happy about that. I was like, thank God a game starts at like mid-volume, because I hate it when you open a game and it's like, Rah! It like screams the opening theme at you. I'm looking at you, Metaphor Fantasio. And then we have individual volumes for all of the love interests. So I'm going to keep them at max for now. If we need to adjust those later, we will. And then on the main menu, which again is like, it's so pretty, we have the extras menu. So this is the CG menu, so it's going to show us like all of the scenes that we've seen. We have memories, which it looks like everything is locked because, again, we haven't played yet. We have the music room where you can listen to the soundtrack. The soundtrack for this game is done by Peter Reed Jones. And then excuse me. And then we have the credits. So we're just going to go through the credits here. So the director and writer of this is Crescent Studio, who they essentially put out like an interest form, and I was like, I would love to take a look at your game, and coordinated me getting the code for it. So thank you so much to Crescent Studio. Editors, we have Crescents, we have Anita Elm Mensch, we have Wujaeus and Ali Vera. We have the artists here. We have Crescents of Wihun, Safin, Maguna, Alice, Siokoi, and Oatslil V. I'm probably butchering their names. Crescents for programming, Phoenix Windchime Games, and Robo Barbie, which is a great name. The OST is by Peter Reed Jones and Scarlet Moon. And then we have the voice actors. We have Ryan Hoyle as Kane. We have Patrick Kenneth Lagner as Druk. We have John Partenow as Fenir. Joy Ofdu as Etza. Luca Xavier as Kuna. And Sarah Ruth Thomas as Isa. And then special thanks to the following Ravenstar Games, Hello Yinny, Watson, Tofu Rocks, Kigyo Dev, and Stella at Make Visual Novels. And then we have the QA team, Autumn, Vey, Gemini, Shrimply Perfect, Moose B, Nana, Yonder, Laws / Loom, Kai, Isa, Kara, Onsa, Onasi, Far Shooting Star, Kaz, Hartley, Nika, Liz, Talus, Castramis, Doctor _ Who Cares, Mint, A, Rune, and Clay. And then there is backers and patrons for their campaign. So that is the team. So small team. And a lot of work done by Crescents themselves. So I'm very, very excited to be jumping into this. So let's not waste any more time and we're going to jump in. Okay, we got a content warning, which again is always appreciated. We all carry scars with us, wounds that have healed with time, but that still may be sensitive. This is a story that may touch on some of those wounds, a tale that covers attempted kidnapping and stalking, a tale that contains mild language, mild violence, and mild sexual content. While it is not our intent to inflict harm through this story, we caution you to know your boundaries and the wounds you may carry. The world you've come to is different now. Ooh. In an era long past, dragons roamed these lands. Dragons, you say? Masters of the aether, harbingers of justice, keepers of peace. In an era long past, humans roamed these lands, but these beings were different from the ones of today. These beings were selfish, ignorant, destructive. Thrust into a land beyond their control, humans created a magic of their own, one built from their own cunning. They called it technology. Technology was powerful, so powerful it rivaled even the might of the dragon protectors. But their magic had a price. Whoa. Unable to harness the power of the aether, human magic stole from that of nature. Stop! Monster, how could you do this? Ah! What have we done? Chaos descended, darkness spread through the land, poisoning the hearts of many. Until hope became a luxury that few could afford. On a still, moonlit night, a ritual was conducted, one with the power to reverse the destruction that ravaged these lands, but came at a terrible cost. And so marked the end of an era, and with it, the end of a powerful species. That's right. In an era long past, dragons roamed these lands, masters of the ether, harbingers of justice, keepers of peace. But these beings are no more, and in exchange for their noble sacrifice, all others were slowly able to recover. And recover they did. What's this? Hey, look! Magic? Could it be? In an era long past, humans roamed these lands. These beings were selfish, ignorant, destructive. But these beings were different from the ones of today. For you see, the dragons of lore left behind more than peace. They left behind their magic, magic that humans could now access. And with these newfound powers at their fingertips, humans carried on the legacy of peace they left behind by the dragons. Thus began the dawn of a new age. At least, this is how the story of the world is told. And you, stumbling before me, still so full of potential. How do you play into all this? I see you don't even have a name yet. Oh, you do have a name? Very well. What is it? Please input your preferred name here. Now they're disturbing. Somebody invented the light bulb and it ruined everyone's day, and now they're disturbing the peace. Damn. Fuck Albert Einstein, am I right? Is that the Supreme Leader, Eldritch Cat Void Cat, Hey Lean themselves? Yes, that's me. Is that the Stars of Juren, here to grace me with their presence? I can fix him. I can! I can, Alness. I can and I will. Alright. Alright. My name is Haleen. I did have a funny thought of, like, what if I just put Orion in a situation, but I was like, no, this is for me. Pushes Orion out of the way. Get out of here, gay boy. It's my turn. Haleen, how strange. Then I shall know you as Haleen. And how does one refer to you in this world? So you can choose pronouns for yourself. Thank you. Thank you for the Orion counter. Of course. And how often would you like your pronouns to change? Every new scene. Excellent. I am all the more wiser now. Get out of here, gay boy. Time to show how the gayest boy does it. I'm ready. And how would you like others to view you? Masculine. Custom pronouns. Yes, you can even do custom pronouns. Game of the year. So it'd be right to say Haleen prefers masculine terms and goes by he, him, and they, them. They like your pronouns. They like their pronouns to change every scene. Is this right? This can't be changed later. Yes, that's fine with me. They, them, every alternating line of iambic pentameter. No! Don't bring iambic pentameter into my house. We're not on speaking terms. Did you know? Humans believe the personality to be a mighty force, shaping much of their experience, their interactions, their relationships. Will you choose to be brave, kind, wise, charismatic, or perhaps a blend? At times when it is unclear, there may be resources to aid you. You see, I have a gift, a codex, if you will. This codex may guide you during moments of confusion. Simply hover over the terms of this age and you will deduce their meanings. You would like a demonstration? Very well, let us practice. A term is used often in this age is energy. I hope this tool is of use to you. Keep it as a gift from me to you. You doubt my goodwill? How amusing. You are wise for your age. So be it. You have seen through me. In exchange for this present, entertain me a while longer. Dawn approaches, and I find myself having many questions about you. Let's start with something simple. Who do you aspire to be? I don't know if I have max charisma. I feel like I don't got very much riz, but you know what? I try my best. A protector, a healer, or a scholar? I'll go with scholar. Ah yes, the abyss of the unknown is endless. Isn't it exciting to uncover life's hidden mysteries? Interesting. I feel I know you better already. Another question then. What terrifies you? Oh, geez. All the above? I mean, I literally was talking to my therapist this week about my rejection sensory dysphoria, so we'll go with rejection. The fear of being unaccepted. It is a common one. What can one do when no one will accept their true form? Okay, I feel very seen, I feel very heard, and I don't like it. Positive. But perhaps we should talk more of hopeful things. Tell me, what do you long for? Lost the concept or lost the meme? Ban! Dong! Who? Legacy, belonging, or freedom? I'll go with freedom. So often people feel trapped by the norms and natural laws around them. To live freely, however you desire, must be liberating. Your wish is inspiring. May you find it one day. Strength will be needed for this journey of yours. Fortunately, I see great strength within you. But none of us are without weakness. What may be a personal obstacle on your way to your aspirations? Unyielding stubbornness, fear of others' perception, or tendency to self-sacrifice. Ah, jeez. Okay, again, with all of the above. Oy, oy, oy. Fear of others' perceptions. Being perceived by others can be terrifying. It is normal to desire acceptance. But can you live your life to the fullest if you are held back by others' beliefs about you? This has been enjoyable. What a pleasure to learn more about you. Personality is fascinating. It can embody such varying traits. For you, it seems charisma is important. You remind me of the lovers of lore. I guess I do got that, Riz. I was kin assigned Rizzler. But perhaps you perceive yourself differently. How would you describe yourself? Compassionate, charismatic, courageous, or curious? Well, I literally just got done saying I do not think of myself as charismatic. I am not a courageous person. I think that's a pretty easy ixnay. Let's go with compassionate. You better not sacrifice yourself for the sake of our happiness, I swear to Mighty. Well, since it's Mighty, I guess I can't. I see. Thank you for answering my questions. This has been enlightening. Don't pick Curious. You're so right. I'm glad that I didn't pick Curious then, because curiosity killed it. But satisfaction brings it back, so, you know. I feel like I can be pretty satisfied with this game. I look forward to seeing what life has in store for you. Chapter 1. A New Dawn. Hello! Oh, enjoy your bone. Hi! Enjoy your bone. Now, as much as I love seeing you, I need to take it easy for a bit, okay? Then I'll be fine. You'll be good as new. Wow, I can't believe you actually healed me. Nothing's ever worked. Not to brag, but I do get that a lot. I bet. Thank you, Haleen. Then I'll be going. Of course. Hopefully our next session is the last one. The patient left right as I got a message on my communicator. Coming home soon? Oh, there we go. Yes, finally. Another long day. Another long day. Hold on, let me very quickly, let me just adjust the game size here. Okay, that fits a little bit better in my overlay. Okay. I heard the energy crisis has been getting worse. Must be. I've never been this busy. Hopefully they find a solution soon. You can say that again. Well, I'm wrapping up dinner now. You can tell me all about it over some food. Can't wait. Are you going to be passing by the grocery on your way back? Why? Do you think you could pick up some eggs? Ooh. I'm so tired. Can I wait until tomorrow? No problem. Be home soon. Okay. Be safe. There have been more overtaken incidents. I will. Love you. Love you too. As I put my communicator away, my muscles ached with exhaustions and I stifled a groan. My muscles cried out in pain once more as I packed away the last of my supplies, and I did groan, out loud this time. Be a healer, they said. He'll always have job security, they said. I need a vacation. Hot shower, a warm meal, my sweet, sweet bed. They were all just a couple of blocks away. So close, yet so... Electric air, the smell of ozone, energy so concentrated it tasted acrid. And overtaken? My heart rate quickened as I stared into the inhuman void of their eyes, at the blurred outline of their silhouette. If I move carefully, maybe I can still... Rawr! Hands reached for me. The energy in the air crackled closer than before. Duck and kick their feet. I don't think you got feet, but... I tackled them. Okay! I tackled them to the ground. Pinning their arms back, I pressed against the overtaken and scanned their body. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Dull waves of energy rolled off them, hiding the root of their irregularities. The reason for their overtaken state. Come on. Sharp electric energy zipped past me, narrowly missing my left cheek. There. Near their left shoulder, their iridescent energy bubbled different from everywhere else. I held my hand over it. Vocal one, aren't you? Just work with me here. Or don't. I channeled my energy towards their shoulder, the familiar warm feeling of my magic radiating from my hand. Slowly, mine intertwined with theirs until the bubbling settled. The overtaken relaxed, the sharp bolts of electricity ceasing soon after. Cautiously, I released them as I shifted my focus to their vitals. Everything seems stable. The overtaken incidents really are rising. This is the 5th one I've run into just this month. Where are they coming from?
Please, step away from that person.
I jumped at the commanding voice and turned to see 2 people rushing towards me. Oh, we go! Hot people alert! Wow! Oh my god, they're so beefy. Drakes already? Usually I'm out of here by the time they arrive. But second glance, I could tell these 2 were different. Dragon horns. I can't remember the last time I saw someone with a physical manifestation of energy. Strength emanated from him, almost overwhelmingly so.
This will be a story like never seen.
I whipped around. I was like, whoa, what's Siren doing here? No, it's okay. Thank you, Ren. From the self-assured way he carries himself to his towering frame, to his deep emerald energy. And his partner was no less intriguing. A kaleidoscope of energy from rubied reds to sapphire blues followed their every movement, breasting boobily in a manly way. Seriously, auga! I've never seen such a complex aura.
Are you hurt?
Whoa! Whoa! Oh my god. I'm a little tired, but otherwise fine. Just got off work, so the last thing I wanted was to run into an overtaken, am I right?
You seem to be rather calm right now. Overtaken are quite dangerous. Most find themselves overwhelmed when encountering one.
I'm the best. What can I say? I'm not. I'm just. Maybe I'm trying to cover my nerves, the little butterflies in my stomach with a false sense of confidence. That's what it is. Caution slowed his speech, sharpening his gaze. Were they suspicious of me? I guess it makes sense given how difficult Overtaken can be to take down. It's overwhelming, but after the 5th Overtaken, you start getting a handle on things.
5? What's your secret? Oh, man, we need someone like you at Central.
It's true. Many of our own drakes struggle to holding their own against the Overtaken. A drake? Oh, whoa. I think you guys have the wrong idea.
What do you mean?
I'm a healer, so I'm less fighting the Overtaken and more healing them, I guess.
You heal them?
In a way. I can't explain it how it works myself, but as far as I can tell, I'm able to stabilize them. That way, by the time help comes, like you two, they're more subdued.
I didn't even know Overtaken could be healed. I thought once they enter that state, they have to be knocked out. And sometimes, even that's not enough.
I wasn't aware of this either. I wouldn't be surprised if you were actually the only person who knew this. Healing them. This could change everything about how we deal with the Overtaken.
He gestures towards the Overtaken.
Do you mind if I take a look?
No, go ahead. As I stepped aside, he knelt and surveyed the Overtaken with a surprising amount of expertise.
Interesting. Their vitals are normal, and there's no sign of serious injuries. Excuse us for a moment. What do you think? This might help with the Overtaken crisis.
It's just one person, though. And what if it's a fluke?
They said they've healed at least 5 Overtaken. Etza might know what to do with them.
They'd probably go crazy over this. You think this healer will help us, though?
What are those two whispering about over there?
Only one way to find out.
True. All right. Let's ask.
I have an idea on how to convince them.
Whoa!
Huh? Wait, no, Kane!
The red-haired Drake fixed their gaze on me, eyes glimmering.
Usually, I prefer to get to know someone before requesting so much. But we could use someone like you at Central. Your approach is certainly more effective than what we've been doing. Of course, we'd do everything in our power to make it worth your while.
Are you gonna fucking kiss me or something? Like, damn. Ruby strands grazed my shoulder. Their breath tickled my ear as they whispered to me.
I'm sure we could reach an arrangement that would make everyone happy.
Whoa! I could hear the smile in their voice. They were enjoying this. But two could play at this game. I leaned into them, eager to rise to the occasion as I traced my index finger over the contours of the chest. I'm listening.
How cute.
The dark-haired Drake cleared his throat loudly. After an eternity, the red-haired man drew away. I almost didn't want him to. With a playful wink, he signaled the end to whatever had passed between us, and I refocused on the earlier offer. Back to the matter at hand. I'd love to help, but I'd be lying if I said my hands aren't already full with my own patients. To add healing all the Overtaken on top of that.
We're not asking you to heal all the Overtaken.
Right. We would never demand such a thing. Just one meeting. That's all we ask.
That's all you need from me? Really?
Well, if you want to give us more, we'll take it.
But if not, our experts could learn something from you.
Well, if it's just a meeting, I think I can swing that.
Of course. That's more than we could ever hope for.
The horned Drake crouched near the Overtaken, eyeing it before shifting to pick it up. Oh, okay. So if you highlight over the kind of like colored text, it will give you like the information about it. So Drakes, the protective branch of Central, Drakes are known for their physical proficiency and can be seen as helping the townsfolk with laborious errands. Most recently, Drakes have assisted with subduing Overtaken. Overtaken, a mysterious and dangerous entity that has made its terrifying appearance in recent years. Little is known about them. Their only established characteristic is being a mindless state and overflowing with energy. Do you need help?
No worries, I got it.
He placed his arms underneath the body and with one motion effortlessly lifted the Overtaken off the ground. Wow, he makes it look so easy.
Do you normally carry these on your own after you've knocked them out?
No, not usually.
So, then what do you usually do?
Well, usually I didn't want to finish that sentence, especially not after watching him pick up the Overtaken like it was a stuffed animal. But now that I had started to answer, I had to see this through. Say it like it's the most normal, logical thing in the world. Then he won't even bat a lash. Well, you see, usually I just leave them there. It almost worked for a second. He nodded as if it was normal to leave unconscious overtaken in alleys. But then the realization settled in as he processed my words. Listen! His body shook with laughter as I tried to explain myself. You wouldn't believe how long my days are, and usually there's a drake somewhere close by. Sorry if I... His laughter only grew, and I had no defense in the world that could save me now.
Drook, you're being rude.
Yeah, Drook. After being scolded by his fellow drake, Drook's laughter slowly subsided.
Pardon my partner's rudeness.
My rudeness? You're the one getting all up in their business, Kane.
I didn't see any complaints on their end. We can take this overtaken with us and handle things from here. But if you are free right now, we could also try and meet with Kimura.
You'd want me to meet with Central now? And with Kimura at that? He didn't mention anything about meeting Central's leader.
Ah, don't worry. We won't let him bite. Just follow us, and you'll be golden. Hopefully your bad luck with the overtaken won't rub off on us.
No promises.
Do we get the pleasure of knowing our local hero's name?
I'm Haleen, and you two are Kane and Drook.
Bingo.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
As we walked, my muscle soreness, previously forgotten, returned with a vengeance. I sighed, acutely aware of that my long day was about to be even longer. Goodbye, bed. I'll only be gone for a little more. Whoa! Oh my god. Why can't I date you? Oh, you're hot too. Ah! I can't believe I'm meeting with Kimura right now, and on such short notice. How highly ranked are these two drakes? I saw it myself. Haleen heals the overtaken. But the point remains. Perhaps we've been approaching the crisis all wrong. If the overtaken are meant to be healed and not subdued... I understand. And Haleen, that was your 5th encounter with an overtaken? Yes, sir. No need to be so formal. 5th encounter this month, they said. Just this month. Then your approach must be effective. They also leave the overtaken in alleyways. You didn't have to mention that part. Yes, now that I think about it, I do remember reports of unconscious overtaken being found in alleyways. Guilty. Oh, we were hoping Etza might be here to make sense out of Haleen's process, but it seems they're out. Yes, I believe they mentioned checking on one of the nearby springs. Springs, natural havens where energy exists in its purest and strongest form. These areas are considered sacred. Of late, various springs have demonstrated instability for the first time in centuries. Oh, yeah, that was happening today. They're busy as usual, I see. Is Etza the expert you mentioned earlier? Hi, Wiki! Thank you for the lurk and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Oh, Francisco's coming down because he's like, oh, I know that tone. That's the treat tone. No. Our crowning jewel at Central. Etza is the head of our wyverns. They've been most directly involved with the overtaken crisis. The Wyverns is the healing branch of Central. Wyverns are known for their mastery of energy and or potion knowledge and are often sought after for their ability to cure an array of conditions. Using the same tone for your chat as my cats. Yeah, it's just because I get happy. Chat makes me happy. Cats make me happy. I'm a simple man. I'm a simple man of simple pleasures. What can I say? Meow. That's what you sound like. You go meow. Seeing as they're not here today, would you be able to come in another day? Apologies, Haleen, after we dragged you here and everything. No, it's fine. Just let me know when Etza's free. I'm sure we can work something out. Here, our contact information. Oops. Where did that go? How do I get to that? How do I get there? Oh, it's okay. We'll shoot you a message when we hear from Etza. I nodded in response as the others ended the meeting. I thought it said drunk for a second. I do keep misreading it for a moment, and I'm like, no! As I finally made my way home, I reflected on my spontaneous meeting with Central. So I'll be helping the head of Wyverns. But I'm just some self-taught healer. What could I be doing so differently from our town's official healers? Whatever the difference in our process, Kane and Drook seem to think it could hold critical information. I guess one meeting won't hurt. Worst case scenario, it doesn't make a difference. Best case scenario, it helps the overtaken crisis. If I can change things for the better, why wouldn't I?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Whoa! Everybody sounds hot and everybody is hot. Oh, you! I've seen you! Behind me stood a shrouded figure clothed in the shadows of the night. Moonlight danced off porcelain skin. Sharp amethyst eyes leered at me. A chill crawled down my back. Who?
I've spent quite a while trying to find you. I hope you plan on making it up to me for all my lost time.
Now I see why everybody's thirsty for you. Everything in me screamed, run. I spun around, set on doing just that. But they seized my wrist and pulled me against them. Pain shot up my arm. Ow! And just as easily had he stopped my previous movements, the stranger's hand clamped over my mouth, forcing silence. With barely a breath between us, as though he was part of the shadows themselves, he whispered,
It'll cause a lot of trouble if someone sees me. So, I can let you do that. Sorry, little one.
I shut my eyes. There had to be something I could do. But fear drowned out all reason, gripping my heart and refusing to free me from its clutches. Please, somebody, anybody, anything to get me out of here. And then the universe answered my prayers.
Get down!
Nothing else needed to be said. Energy rushed past us, colliding into my kidnapper. The pressure against my back, around my wrist and over my mouth disappeared as they burst into a fit of coughs. Hey, boys. Stop that. Grabbing hold of this chance for safety, I pushed them away and ran. I crashed into someone, but whether they were friend or foe... No!
Hey, are you alright?
Whoa! Oh my goodness. Oh, you're so pretty. As I came to my senses, turquoise hair and a matching set of crystal eyes faded in and out of vision. His hands reached for me before pausing in midair. Where? Who? Wait, the coughing stopped. I turned my gaze back over the alley only to find an empty street. They're gone.
Looks like they ran away.
I could barely hear him over the sound of my heart thrumming against my eardrums. My head dizzied and ached as the events of that had just unfurled sank in.
Do you know that person?
Francisco and Guest Hunter making sure the ADHD viewers were paying attention. Jingle, jingle. You do be jingling. You be jingling all the time. He spoke in a quiet voice, not dissimilar from the stranger earlier. And yet, his voice was distinctly different. Where the stranger from before had spoken a low, raspy, rushed manner, the man before me was gentle, clear, and tempered. I shook my head. They came out of nowhere. I tried to leave, but they... My voice shook as I spoke.
Are you hurt?
I shook my head again. My words caught in my throat and I forced myself to speak. I think I'm okay. Just shaken up.
Can you stand or walk? It's probably best if we get you somewhere safer.
I nodded. I didn't want to be here a second longer. The stranger stood and offered his hand to me. I took it, gently pulling myself up. before stumbling toward the new stranger as my legs shook with adrenaline. No, I wanna... Listen, I'm right where I wanna be. Don't worry about me. He's right where he wants to be. As embarrassing as it might be, I'm clearly in no shape to be moving away right now. My dizziness slowly settled, and as it did, I could finally register how stiff the stranger was under my touch. This close, I could see every detail of his flushed expression. And still, he hadn't pushed me away. Hale, pretend you don't know how to walk so they can Prince carry you. Oh, my legs, they're so weak. They may collapse under me. Oh, you might have to carry me home. Oh no. Oh, sweet, handsome, beautiful man. I really like how the characters will move slightly in ways that match what they're doing and makes the POV, right? It's really nice. Sorry. I think I got up too fast. He made a soft noise in acknowledgement, but made no movement beyond that. I stayed there until I no longer needed to, and finally I shifted away. A soft pressure in my lower back, and it was only then that I realized he had been holding me up this entire time. Red hues continued to dapple his cheeks.
Do you need help getting anywhere? I can walk with you, if you want.
I think I'm okay. Thank you, though.
If you're close by, I guess that's all right then. I don't want to make you uncomfortable, so...
He shifted his weight, as if unsure. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. The guy seemed pretty shaken up, and I don't think I'll be seeing him anytime soon.
If you think you'll be okay, I'll go. Here, my communicator information, in case you need it.
Of course, Kane sends me a hi, this is Kane, heart. This is Fenrir, the guy with the blue hair that you met tonight.
I hope you get to where you're going safely.
Thanks for everything. He nodded and hurried home, wary of running into any more strangers for the night. Oh, he nodded and I hurried home, wary of running into any more strangers for the night. I was like, how do I know he's going home? I stared at the array of foliage around me. Today I was scheduled to meet with Etza, but after yesterday's chaos, this morning had been rough. And to add to my misery, I was now completely lost. Where am I? How does anyone get around this place? All the walkways look the same. What did Kane say about finding Etza's office? I reread his instructions, but at this point I was too lost in Central's labyrinth for it to help. Ugh. Kimura said Etza was the head of the Wyverns, too. I didn't want to disappoint someone so important, especially as my first impression. But at this rate, no. It's okay. I still have some time before I'm late. No need to freak out. Alright, guys, do I go left or do I go right? I'm sure whatever happens, it'll be so interesting. Sorry if you heard me crunch to a sandwich there for a moment. The backgrounds are really, really pretty. Go up? I can't go up. There are only two options, Awesomer, and you picked the one that's not there. Okay, I'm gonna go left, since that's what Ren said. Hello, can I help you? Oh, another kind soul offering me directions. Maybe this time it would actually lead me to Etza's office. I turned. Actually, Auga! Only to stand face to face with an ethereal beauty. Long, lavish robes hung elegantly from a tall, slender figure. White, glistening hair, perfectly framed, striking aquamarine eyes. I stood in awe. This was no ordinary kind soul. This was an angel. The angel's brows furrowed slightly. Can I help you? Oh, what is wrong with me? Hi. Actually, I'm supposed to meet with Etza. Do you happen to know where I can find them? Ah, you must be Helene. How did they know my name? Are they actually an angel? Noticing the surprised look on my face, they chuckled a smooth, alluring laugh, and I nearly fell for them all over again. Sorry, allow me to start over. I'm Etza. This angel was Etza? It's an honor to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you. You've heard about me? If Druk told them about how I leave overtaken in alleys, I swear to... You're a bit of a household name around here. Helene, the healer whose powers rival even our head wyvern. And to think you've even healed the overtaken. It's an honor. Etza bowed, a gesture befitting their elegant demeanor. I returned the gesture as if on instinct and bowed back. Hopefully it looked as graceful on me as it did them. Please, I'm just doing my best to help. There's no need to treat me as someone so special. My heart skipped a beat when Etza met my gaze. The stories I've heard would disagree. But if that's what would make you more comfortable, I'm happy to oblige. Etza turned, gesturing for me to follow them. Come, I'll show you where we're to meet. I was close. I was about to head down this walkway before Etza showed up. We made a seemingly endless amount of turns. Yeah, there's no way I would have found this on my own. Thank you for saving me, Etza. What was that? Oh, nothing. Oh, Etza, I've been looking for you. Etza, about the other day. Thank you so much for your help. My son has been feeling... As we made our way to their office, I couldn't help but notice the attention Etza received. Calling it overwhelming would be an understatement. Do they deal with this all the time? Hey, boys. Can you behave, please? Can you stop bullying your boyfriend and pushing him to the floor? Thank you. Their crystalline eyes turned to meet mine. Here we are. I stepped inside and everything from today's worries to yesterday's fatigue to burdens I'd forgotten I carried melted away. In its place, there was only... peace. Would you like something to drink? Could I have... tea, coffee, juice, or soda? Well, this game maybe knows me and offers me coffee, so I'm probably gonna go with that. They nodded before turning to make themselves a cup of tea. Your office. Do you like it? I've never felt anything like it. It's like it was made to calm me down. In a way, it was. Their musical chuckle rang through the air. I could feel myself getting addicted to the sound of it. I've spent a long time getting my office to feel, well, less like an office and more like me. Whatever they had done, it had worked. The way the energy in here moved softly and delicately echoed Etza's own demeanor. Here. They handed my drink to me and I thanked them as we both sat at their desk. So tell me about your experiences with the Overtaken. Well, in just the past month, I've encountered 5 Overtaken. I've picked up some self-defense over the years, and as a healer, I'm sure you can relate to the, occupational hazard. Patients that lash out subconsciously, whether from the pain or utter confusion. I could only imagine how many times Etza has had to experience that as a wyvern. Right, and this aids you in your process? Well, usually when an Overtaken attacks, I can subdue them, at least. That's when I try to identify where their energy is off. And by off, you mean... Most of the time the energy looks erratic, unstable. It's not flowing naturally, or it's heavily concentrated in one area. Sometimes it's moving weird, or it seems to be disconnected from the person. You can see it. And cue the weird look that everyone gives me. Right. I know it sounds strange, but I can see energy. I brace myself for the look of disbelief, unease, and judgment. The one people always give me when they found out I can see energy. But Etza's gaze held none of the animosity I'd come to expect. Instead, their eyes glimmered with something akin to excitement, wonder. Actually, I understand. I'm the exact same. Wait, really? Well, I can't see energy, but I can sense it. Shifts in energy, the flow of it. I can feel it all. It's how I was able to attune my office. I've never met anyone who's been able to do the same. I haven't either. Anytime I tell people, they look at me like I'm crazy. Exactly. Silence extended between us. My heart raced at finding someone just like me. I wasn't sure if Etza felt the same, but as they held me in their gaze, I couldn't help but hope. Eventually they looked away and cleared their throat. So your vision helps with the healing the overtaken? It helps me see the areas of instability, yes. Instability. Haylene, have you ever been to a spring, by chance? No, I've never had the chance to visit one. Why? It's nothing then. I've already inconvenienced you with this meeting. I don't want to burden you anymore. What is it? You can tell me. I want to help you. It has to do with the energy crisis. As you may know, the springs have grown more unstable over the time. It's affected everything from our magic to our way of life. Yeah, I've been seeing an increase in patients because of it. As have we. It's just a theory. I've yet to establish enough evidence for it. But I think the overtaken and energy crisis may be connected. Hold on, I just need to take some antacids real quick, because I'm getting some of my acid reflux. So give me like 2 seconds. Not 2 minutes. I don't know why I said that. What, Francisco? You think my antacids are treats for you? No. He goes, meow. But I think the overtaken and energy crisis may be connected. Wait, seriously? But if that's the case, my head dizzied at the revelation. These were our two greatest crises, both of which we knew next to nothing about. Francisco, do you want to come up? Is that what you want? Ugh. There you go. Come on. Are you saying the energy crisis is responsible for the overtaken? I can't speak on the exact nature of their relationship, but I do think there's some kind of connection there. I see. Is that why you went to the spring yesterday? How did you know I was at the spring? Kimura mentioned it. But wow, if the two crises are related to each other... I mean, overtaken are one thing, but the energy crisis is a whole other level. Yes, well, at the end of the day, it's a mere theory. As someone who can see energy, I was wondering if you've ever noticed similarities between the overtaken and springs. But seeing as you haven't been to a spring, perhaps we should stay focused on the overtaken for now. Does your sensitivity to energy not help you see anything? I'm afraid I'm not familiar enough with the overtaken's instability. My overtaken cases usually focuses more on the healing the person rather than reversing their overtaken state. Healing the overtaken state isn't an option we'd ever considered. Oh. I guess that explains the number of drakes I see handling them. Yes, but our current approach is draining and dangerous. Healing the overtaken's instabilities instead, it's nothing short of a breakthrough. A breakthrough? Now you're exaggerating. That's a place their hand over mine, and it was obvious they truly weren't. Your process has the potential to change how we deal with overtaken. That's nothing to scoff at. In terms of how to use this knowledge, I'll have to think about it. Would it be possible for you to meet me in a couple of days? Yeah, I can do that. I'll send you a message when I'm available. Here's my communicator info. Ah! I clicked through too fast. I can't emphasize how much we appreciate it. Thank you for agreeing to work with us. I look forward to the next time we meet. They're so kind. As I stared at our intertwined hands, I reconsidered the position I'd told Kane and Druk. Perhaps I could spend more time at Central than I thought. I guess because there's so many hot people here. As I headed home, I realized I had some free time on my hands. It's been a while since I've been able to take some time for myself. Maybe I should do something? This life of yours moves quickly, relentlessly, without pause. In a life such as this, it is important to take control and decide how you will spend these pockets of free time you find. Perhaps you will explore this world, visiting different places every day. Or maybe you'll find comfort in only one place, creating a safe haven for yourself to return to whenever you please. Choose how to pass your time and who to spend it with. But beware, for love is a fickle thing, and rejection is a pain that few can master. With the brief time that you have, will the person you call on share your connection? Or will they shy away? How will you choose to spend your time? Okay, where should I go? So we've got a market, a cafe, the river, or the flower field. Ew. Let's see, the market, a cafe, the river, or a flower field. Ooh. I kind of want to go to the cafe. See what happens there. Maybe I'll see Fenrir. Imagine if home was one of the options. Okay, I'm just gonna go home. Bye. The cafe sounds nice right now. I could use a pick-me-up. Oh, should I invite someone? Ooh, I can pick who to go with. Okay. I do like Etza, but also I like Fenrir. But also I like Druk and I like Kate. I like all of them. They're all so handsome. We should just go off of, like, my first instinct. I did say I wanted to meet Fenrir at the cafe. So I'm gonna go with Fenrir.
Hello?
Hey, I know we just met yesterday, but, like, do you wanna catch up? Do you wanna get some coffee or something? Tee hee ha ha, yay. Hey, Fenrir, it's Haleen.
Oh, did you need something?
I was about to head out and was wondering if you'd want to come with.
I can come.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I'm gonna head out soon. Meet you there?
Okay. See ya.
Okay. See you, Fenrir. The smell of coffee, vanilla, and sugar hung in the air as I entered the cafe. I spotted Fenrir's familiar silhouette by the cafe's bookshelf and made my way to him. Sneak up and scare him? No, guys, I've gotta be so normal. Hey, Fenrir. Anything catch your eye?
I see a couple of personal favorites here. The cafe owner has good taste.
As I chuckled and walked towards the bookshelf. I chuckled as I walked towards the bookshelf. I'd never given much thought to the books they had here.
Is there a particular genre you like?
Horror, slice of life, mystery, or comedy? I just realized something, but I'm very sorry if this changes anything, but Fenrir kind of reminds you of a bit of Orion, mostly just the look in his eyes. It doesn't change anything for me because he doesn't remind me of Orion. But if he reminds you of Orion, then I can be happy about that. Oh my gosh, hi, Night Hours. Thank you for the 10 biddies. I'm chewing on them. I'm chewing on them like little gummies. I hope that you're having a good day. Welcome in. Let's see, what kind of books do I like? I mean, I like horror. I like science. I kind of like all of these. I'm trying to think of see, unfortunately, I like fantasy. Fantasy is like my favorite type of novel, but, you know, I'm also like, I have to head into work. No, on a Saturday. It's okay. I know a lot of people who are working on things today, so you are not alone. But I hope you have a good day at work. I'm gonna say mystery.
Mystery is my favorite. I'm not surprised. Heartcage is good if you haven't checked it out yet.
Wednesday through Sunday. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm always looking for books to pick up. Thanks, Fenrir. Of course. Should we order now?
Yeah, sure.
We headed to the counter together and placed our drink orders. After getting our drinks, we searched for some open seats. Oh, they have chess here. A chessboard decorated one of the tables with the pieces placed randomly across the board.
Looks like they didn't finish their game. I'll take you on.
Fenrir didn't immediately respond, but he couldn't hide the sparkle in his eyes.
Come on, let's play. Me when my friends have OCs and I see anything, man, this is giving me vibes of my friend's OC. It's true though. I didn't want to say it, but I do think that Etza kinda reminds me a little bit of Zephyr, Freya's D&D character from Nameless, but only in like the hair really and like the skin tone and kind of the way he dresses, but personality-wise, he's not like Zephyr at all. Plus, Zephyr has heterochromia. I was gonna say he's got the homophobia in his eyes. But you know, I listen. I always be like, here, this reminded me of you. Sends you art off of Twitter. This reminds me of you. This reminds me of your character. This reminds me of. I just send things to people who I know that they'll like it. So you know, I'll take the compliment. It's kind of the hairstyle. Like, it's a little bit of the hairstyle. If Orion didn't keep his hair in, like, a ponytail, this would be, like, a hairstyle he'd wear. But I think, like, the color palette is wrong. Because Orion is, like, very dark. Besides his hair, everything about him is, like, dark colors, the dark green, the black, the gray, things like that. He's like opposite palette Orion.
A game could take hours, and I don't want to make you stay that long. How about we finish the game already on the board? That other people left behind?
Why not? Then it won't take hours, but we can still play.
Besides, doesn't finishing someone else's game make it a little bit more interesting? All right. Which side do you want?
I'll take smoke side.
As I sat down, I realized the side was actually losing. Fenrir sat opposite of me, and thus began our battle of wits. You can go first.
Alright, let's see. Oh, I'm gonna hit him with the L move. Fenrir eyed the board before stealing my rook with his knight. Ugh, what should I do now? I don't know how to play chess, just so everybody knows. I stole this bishop. Had to even the score after all. He moved his knight. I realized my king was in danger. This move might make or break the game. Checkmate. What? Seriously? I stared at the board, and sure enough, my king was trapped. No fair. You had the winning side. Are you telling me you were going easy on me? I put myself at a strategic disadvantage. It's okay. Let's just call it beginner's luck. I do not believe that you're a beginner. We can have a formal rematch next time. No secret advantages or disadvantages. Just a fresh board. You're going down next time. We'll see about that. We spent the rest of the time enjoying our drinks, but I was already looking forward to our next rematch. I walked home with my last patient as night approached. The town lights slowly came to life, pushing back the darkness of the shadows. Strategic disadvantage, flirtingly. Exactly. Me batting my eyes like blink, 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 blink. As I walked, I clutched my bag close. This scene reminded me of my attacker from last night. My steps echoed through the empty street. Should I take a different way home? No, there's not even any guarantee it'll be safer. The area I was attacked came into view and my grip on my communicator tightened. But as I got closer, the faint glimmers of starlight danced in the air. What is that? Oh boy. Ooh, if I look at this starlight, ooh, I wonder if my mysterious attempted kidnapper will come for me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I stepped forward, and a figure standing nearby caught my attention. Adrenaline rushed to my temples, heart racing. I turned. I wasn't about to relive that encounter again. A flash of gold struck past me. Nothing like the cool tones of silver and white from the night before. I slowed, eyeing the silhouette, still wary it was my assailant from the previous night. No, this is someone completely different. Hair, golden like the sunlight that filters through the treetops, shimmered under the dim lighting. Their clothes wore a myriad of greens like the lush canopies of the forest. They're watching the starlight too. I inched closer, daring myself to investigate. Do you see it too? The golden-haired stranger turned, their movements unnaturally smooth, and their cold expression made it clear they hadn't wanted to be disturbed. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I noticed that light too and didn't know what it was since you were also staring at it. As if for every word I made them reject my presence even more, they scowled, the crease between their brows deepening. Their arms swept upwards, and with a gust of wind so strong it threatened to uproot me from where I stood, rushed past me. Jeez, I get it. No need to be so dramatic. Wait. I paused and squinted before realizing only now what seemed so odd. It wasn't the eeriness of their golden gaze or the unusual starlight, or the seemingly endless darkness around us. It was the nothingness that came from them. The complete lack of energy. But how is that? Everything has energy. The clouds, the trees, the air we breathe. To have no energy. What did that even mean? Questions rushed through my mind, but they were ones I had no intention of answering. After last night's attack, I wasn't going to spend time with another unfathomable stranger. I ran, focusing only on my destination. A single word echoed through my mind, repeating itself over and over. Safety.
I weave through alleys and corners, my breath growing shallow from the physical and mental toll. But I pushed past the strain. I had to. The only thing important to me was getting home. Are you sure you're all right? Oh my god, even my mom is hot! Hurried hands gripped my shoulders, forcefully turning me around as Mom inspected me. My heart thudded against my chest, finally slowing from the adrenaline. Yeah, I'm sure. I made it home. I may have been in the safety of my living room, but my mind was elsewhere, specifically where that Starlight and Stranger were. Who were they? Where was their energy? How could they cast magic without it? A headache-inducing storm of questions swirled in my mind. I thought I wouldn't need the answers, but these questions and any desire to answer them would be left behind when I ran. But it was clear that wasn't the case. Mom pulled me from my thoughts into a hug. I'm just so glad you're okay. I told you, didn't I? I tried to flash a reassuring smile, failing miserably as a grimace graced my face instead. What happened? You burst through the door in such a rush, too. I told her about tonight's mysterious stranger, their investigation of the Starlight, their magic, and their lack of energy. No energy? How is that possible? Exactly. Maybe they have a special kind, one that even you can't see. Maybe. But as I uttered these words, I knew I didn't actually believe them. Something tugged at me. Something about this stranger was different. Well, whatever the reason, it's a mystery. You know what they say about mysteries? You don't remember? No. Am I supposed to? Grandma used to recite this to you all the time when you were younger. And clearly she needed to recite it more because Clearly she needed to recite it more because I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, it was just another thing related to her superstitions. Well, what was it? It went something like... Not all mysteries can be explained by the logic of man. Some mysteries, beyond man, have no logic, no fate. In the face of such, keep your wits close, but do not trust them. Trust not yourself nor your senses, your time nor your wit. For where time has stopped, but its flow has no end. For when passion calls, but hate runs deep. Heed this warning and do not wait. For laws of nature and laws of man have no logic and no weight. Unease crawled down my spine as her eerie words hung in the air. Sounds creepy. Maybe I forgot it for a reason. Well, now you'll never forget it. I'm sure I won't. If only Grandma were here now. What'd she have to say about my no-energy mystery? Oh, she'd probably go on about these creatures she was always talking about. What were they called again? Ah, that's right. Fae. The back of my head tingled. Fae? What a strange word. Chapter 2. High Noon. Cool air brushed past my face, chilling the top of my cheeks. As I closed my eyes, I focused on the stillness of the early morning. What do I do about these strange people I ran into? I'm gonna do a little save here. They have a bajillion save slots too, so, you know, for when you want to, like, scave scum, they've got tons of save pages for you. What do I do about these strange people I keep running into? I should probably report it, but to who? Maybe Kimura or someone else at Central? And yet I was filled with uncertainty. I didn't know the first thing about these strangers. Who they were, or even what they were. Fae. Was that really what those people were? Great, now I'm turning into Grandma. If I told Central that, they'd think I'm crazy. Ugh, I don't know what to do. Unwittingly, my pace quickened. as if I could run away from this endless stream of questions. Okay, stop. Sorry. I have to adjust Francisco on my lap because he's digging into my leg. Okay, stop. Breathe. I exhaled. It was shaky, but at least steadier. So much has happened recently. The endless clients, the overtaken incidents, being brought into Central, running into dangerous strangers. It hadn't stopped. I just want someone who will. I just want someone who will listen to me. Haleen. A clear voice pulled me from my tangled thoughts. Etza. Francisco. Memories of our meeting, the safe and open space they held for me, rose to the surface. I wondered whether their presence was a blessing in disguise. Are you headed to Central?
There are some people requesting my services, so I'm to meet with them today.
Oh, okay. So Etza, I believe Etza is non-binary. And I believe that is a female voice actor. Yes, I believe that might be a female voice actor, but I think that Etza is non-binary, so... This early? It was like Kane said, busy as usual. So many people rely on Etza. Would it be okay if I did the same? I'm heading there as well, actually. Would you like to walk together? Their voice is so pretty, too. As they moved close, I fell into the serenity of their presence, and ever so slightly my tension eased.
I'd love to.
Oh! We walked together, back onto the path Etza had found me. A silence settled over us, and morning birdsong filled the space instead. I considered telling Etza about the strangers. With their gentle presence, I was certain it would be easiest to tell them of all people. And yet, I couldn't. I didn't know where or even how to begin.
Is there anything on your mind that I can help you with?
He didn't know the half of it. Still, my words failed me and my silence continued.
You don't have to respond if you don't feel comfortable.
The air around us felt warmer at their smile. But I couldn't bring myself to return the sentiment. Even if I could talk to Etza about this, I shouldn't take advantage of their kindness. They're already so busy. I can't burden them with my own issues, too. But I wanted to. I wanted their comfort, to share everything with them and take refuge in their presence. But what if I told them and they thought badly of me? That I was weak? Or that it was my fault somehow? My hesitation filled the air. It was heavy and suffocating. Can I trust Etza to give me the safety I need for something so personal? The serenity of their office tugged at the corners of my mind, and I knew my answer. A couple of nights ago, my voice caught in my throat, traitorously revealing the distress I'd hidden until now. I desperately gathered my thoughts as I tried to form a coherent sentence. I mean...
Do you have some time before your meeting?
A bit.
There's a nice riverbend nearby. I often go there when I have a lot on my mind. Would you mind accompanying me? I find it's helpful before I start my day.
I hesitated before nodding. It was obvious that this detour was more for me than Etza. But whether it was or wasn't, I knew now that any place by their side would feel safe. Damn, I've known them for like a day, and it's like I'm literally falling head over heels for them. I do like Etza though, so like high-key loving it. Clear, cool currents washed over the smooth gray stones below us. I mustered the courage to tell Etza. This was it.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh my god. Holy Jamal. Oh my god, you're literally so stunning. My mouth hung open at their sudden question. But they weren't watching me. Their eyes were fixed on the river below. My eyes followed theirs to the flowing stream beneath us.
Yeah, I was gonna say you started falling for the minute one after meeting them. It's insane. They're so beautiful though. Like, honestly, like, look at them. They are Auga. Hi, Chica. We're kissing dudes and non-binaries. Hello, Chica. Welcome in.
My eyes followed theirs to the flowing streams beneath us.
Though we haven't kissed anybody yet.
Leaves meandered lazily down the river. Sunlight glistened off the water's surface. The air smelled fresh as the water of the morning dew and river mixed together. My breath and mind slowed as I drank everything in.
Chica, look how beautiful they are. Look at, you can't see their beautiful eyes, but just imagine they're the most beautiful turquoise that you've ever seen.
You mentioned before how my office made you feel calmer. I nodded along, entranced by the lightness of their voice as it mixed with the gentle murmur of the river. I find it often has the same effect on me. It's why I'm so partial to it.
But sometimes, because of my job, my office isn't enough to calm me. When that happens, I find myself even more frustrated. When I need the room to work as I intended, it doesn't. It's then that I have to remind myself of what's been sacrificed for us. The dragons of the past, they gave their lives for nature. And when all else fails, it's nature that I find myself returning to.
Etsuka grew quiet, as if to give me the space to share what I needed to. And now that they had shared a small piece of them, I wanted to do the same. There's no easy way to say this. Or any way that wouldn't make this conversation at least a little heavy. But a couple nights ago, it was actually the night before we met, I was attacked by someone. The words caught in my throat. I hurried on, chasing after those words I now desperately wanted to say. I still don't know who they were or what they wanted from me, but someone saved me that night. If they hadn't, I turned my body away, slightly out of frustration, slightly out of embarrassment as I tried to hide my vulnerability. Etsa kept their eyes on the river, silently giving me space to process everything, away from someone's watch. I ground my teeth together, my hands clenched, nails digging into my palm. A million emotions shot through me, blurring together and crashing over one another in waves. Anger, helplessness, fear, shame, all intertwined and threatening to overflow. I sighed shakily, letting that be my only release before Etsa spoke. Their voice was like sun after a summer shower, soft and clear.
As a wyvern, I hear a lot, see a lot, about the drakes that others don't. While our world is more peaceful than the past, pain still exists. Many drakes are familiar with the pain of loss, grief, regret. With each story, the first thing they tell me without fail is how they wish they had done more. Trained harder, fought harder, been more aware. Things they should have or could have done, but didn't.
My body wanted to curl in on itself, to turn away and hide from their piercing gaze. But I didn't. Because eclipsing any other feeling I was wrestling with, Etsa's gaze brought acceptance, peace, support.
I won't assume to know what you're feeling, but whatever you're sitting with, I hope you feel your strength the most. The strength of a survivor, of someone who, despite everything, is still moving forward.
I was only vaguely aware of the tears threatening to spill from my eyes.
It's not fair that you have to carry what happened to you in the first place. I'm sorry that happened to you.
The world was hazy and blurred, the backs of my eyes prickled with fresh tears.
Oh, I gotta lean into Etsa for support.
Before I could stop myself, I stepped forward, collapsing into Etza's chest.
It's all right.
Etza cooed softly, and their slender figures rubbed my back comfortingly.
You're safe now. It's all right.
I squeezed my eyes shut, bringing Etza closer. My body moved for me, seeking what I was afraid to ask for. I lost track of how we stayed like that. But eventually, the sun began to feel hot against my back. The streets came alive with soft murmurs. I unclenched my fists, smoothing the crinkles that had formed in Etza's robes, shy but mostly comforted by the moment we had shared.
We should get going.
I made a soft noise in agreement, but my gaze was still on the floor. Aileen? I jumped at the sound of their voice, at the sudden proximity. Hesitant, I peeked at them through lowered lashes. Their pristine eyes studied me with kindness, and they murmured,
If there's anything I, or any of us at Central, can do to help, please let me know.
I nodded, still searching for the words to express myself after the whirlwind of emotions.
Shall we head back? I would hate to make you late to your meeting.
Yes. We walked together, making small talk on the way there. The conversation itself was casual, but the pull of their presence was deeper. Rather than be consumed by the memories of my encounter, I was left with a comforting warmth in my chest. The warmth remained even after they left, as I headed to my meeting with Kimura.
They're so sweet and they're so beautiful. See, now I'm torn between Fenrir and Etza, because, like, Etza is just, like, this, like, warm, comforting, kind presence. But then, like, Fenrir is, like, you know, like, that kind of, like, quiet and shy and insightful kind of, like, presence. A little cool, but not, like, bitterly cold, you know? I do want to check something here, because it's hard to see, well, you can't see it because of the cat cam, but I have been gaining like stats, and they pop up in the corner. I have 3 points in charisma, I've got 5 points in kindness, and 5 points in wisdom, and then I have 3 points in bravery. So, and then what's love? Oh, okay. So all of them are like represented by these like pretty flowers. Okay, so Isa, I don't think we've met Isa yet. No, I think we have. Isa is the blonde with the green. So we've got Druk, we've got Etza, we've got Fenrir, Kane, and Kuna. Kuna is the one who wanted to kidnap me. Okay, so we have met everybody. But clearly we have the most points with Etza and Fenrir. Kane I have 18 points with. It might have been the way that I, like, walked my fingers across his chest being like, well, hey. Sorry, Druk, you have the least amount of points. It's okay, baby boy. We'll get him. We'll get ya. Etza seemed to think, and then this is Kimura, who is non-romanceable, but they're also, like, he's kind of beautiful. Etza seemed to think something could be done at our last meeting, but I haven't heard any updates from them beyond that. Kimura's gaze was stern and absolute as I wrapped up my update. While he had been fine during our meeting with the Drakes, this time we were alone. He felt infinitely more intimidating in this setting. Finally, after an eternity, he spoke. I haven't met with Etza. We've both been busy, but I trust their discretion. It's more than we asked for, but if you could continue helping us at Central, I'm sure our members would appreciate it. Your insight into the Overtaken may help even more than we initially believed. Yeah, I can continue meeting with Etza as needed. Not that I have any complaints about it. It's important, especially if it's connected to the energy crisis. Etza shared that with you. I had to push them a little, but yes, eventually. Interesting. Etza hasn't had a partner to help them take lead on the Overtaken crisis. With your help, perhaps we can make headway faster than before. Whatever you all need. Kimura gave a nod of approval, considering how... Wow. Kimura gave a nod of approval,
Considering how well our meeting was going, I considered telling him about the encounters. Is something wrong? I'm sorry to myself, but if I really couldn't even tell Etza about it, I doubt I would want to tell, like, somebody who I don't know as well as them. And I don't even know Etza that well yet. Also, this is, like, Etza's boss. No. Nothing's wrong. Just something personal I've been dealing with. It's not a big deal. You don't have to worry about me. Kimura scrutinized me before easing back into his seat, silent. You're always welcome to share if something is bothering you. As someone helping us, we're more than happy to support you in any way possible. I shuffled uneasily on my feet. He seems adamant. Should I bring it up? The word Fae danced in my mind, but something stopped me from uttering the word. I want to know more about them before I start spouting it. Where was Grandma when I needed her? I think I'll be able to handle it on my own for now. Thank you, Kimura. If anything changes, I'll be sure to let you know. I hope you do. We're all here to help. If that's all, you're dismissed. I nodded, turning towards the door, eager to leave. What was the right choice? Shaking my head, I strode away from Kimura, my mind a mess. Unable to relinquish thoughts of Fae, I stood in the library at Central. This is as good a place to start as any. My steps reverberated off the dark mahogany floor as I approached the main desk. Hopefully the Hydra can help me. Different from other branches of Central, the Hydra is a lone position. They are in charge of maintaining the library, disseminating information, and are considered the most knowledgeable figure at Central. So it's just one person. Books line the walls, their rich colors peeking through the lush greenery of ivy and moss. God, the backgrounds of this game are literally so pretty, though. The smell of paper and ink filled the air as warm sunlight washed over the room. Finally, I reached the desk, but stopped short at the sight before me. Is that? He turned at the sound. My suspicions confirmed. Turquoise eyes found mine, mirroring my surprise. Oh, it's you. His lips parted, but no further noise left him. Silence settled between us. Say something. You've already been on a date together. Don't freeze up now. I didn't expect to see you, Fenrir. You work at the library? I'm the Hydra. You are? No wonder he beat me at chess. You don't need to sound so surprised. And this is the library, so please keep your voice down. Sorry. It's just, if I knew, I would have dropped by earlier to thank you for the other night. Sorry, it didn't really come up. He shuffled his feet, but didn't make another sound. He's quieter than he was on our date. So, did you come here for something? Right. Well, should I mention the Fae to him? Fenrir saved me from one of the strangers I'm trying to investigate. I don't want him to connect the dots, though. No, that's ridiculous. How could he possibly come to that kind of conclusion? Just act totally normal. I heard a term recently, and I've never heard of it before, so I wanted to learn more about it here at the library. Okay, a lot of people come to the library for that. What's the term? It was Fae. Fae. Fenrir searched the catalog in front of him, repeating the word to himself. I believe I've heard of it. I can't remember where, though. Give me a second. You can look around if you want. When I find it, I'll let you know. Let's go and explore. I nodded and set out to explore the library with a sigh of relief. Because if somebody looms over me while this happens all the time at work, and I'm like,
Okay, you're gonna have to give me a minute because I'm gonna have to look at my computer for these records. It's gonna take a little while, so if you could just sit over there, that'd be great. And then the patient literally doesn't move and they just stand there and they just stare at me and I'm like, could you not do that? No, they have to. They have to just stare at you. So I'm gonna wander around the library because I don't want Fenrir to feel I don't want Fenrir to feel awkward as I stare at him going, did you find it yet? He didn't seem to react strangely. Hopefully it's not as weird of a term as I thought. I drag my hands across my face, closing my eyes. Maybe just the paranoia of everything is getting into my head. As I headed down another row of shelves, muffled laughter drifted towards me. Around the corner, a familiar head of red chuckled, followed by the giggles of a small crowd surrounding him. Kane? What is he doing here? Ah, yes, the flirty boy. I quieted, my steps lighter, as I attempted to sneak past him and his entourage. I just avoided Fenrir. Last thing I want to do is to answer to someone else's potential curiosity. As I passed, his silvery voice whispered to the group, its playful tone floating through the air. I peeked over to see him leaning towards one of the group members, in much the same way he had with me just days before. Aileen? Sorry, I didn't want to disturb you. At a glance, I couldn't tell whether he believed me or not. Either way, he excused himself from the group before making his way to me. Oh, you didn't have to leave the group you were with. But I found something so much more interesting. Oh, really? Really, really? What brings you to the library? Looking for something in particular? Or do you like to come to annoy our beloved Hydra too? Actually, I learned a new term recently. I've never heard it before, so it got me interested. I thought the library might give me some answers. What is it? I may be able to help. I know my way around here, well, if I do say so myself. You didn't strike me as the time to come to the library often. Oh no, do we got a fuck boy here? I think he's the flirty one, you know? But God, he's so beautiful. I didn't Chica, I'm so sorry, but like his hairstyle and the mole under his eye, he got them he got that Jing-Yuan look. He got that Jing-Yuan look in his eyes, unfortunately, except he's like red hair. Is that so? His chest is huge. I want to plant my face in it and his chest is like mighty. Oh, he's so big and broad. And Chica slamming their fist on their desk. God damn it! Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Meow. What, Francisco? I know you're probably getting hungry, but that's okay. What exactly type of person did you strike me as, then? Tell them exactly how they strike you. You know what? I'll be a little flirty. You tell me. They say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Actually, I'm pretty good at judging books by their covers. Come now, where's your sense of fun? He's not my type, but now I can't unsee it. Listen, he might be, you don't know. This game really is bringing out all of Hale's feral instincts. Listen, it's a game about dating beautiful men. Of course I'm gonna start going a little crazy. But you know, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to go a little stupid crazy over beautiful boys, to encourage you guys to go silly stupid crazy over beautiful boys. Because, once again, I was asked by Crescents to do this, happily. So I'm gonna just, I know it's on the pinned message on Twitch, but I wanted to put it in chat for YouTube as well. I hope that goes over to YouTube. I don't think it does. So I'm gonna put it over here. The message is too big. Okay. I'll just do this. I'll just do this part. So, just as a reminder, if any aspect of this game interests you, please consider purchasing it for yourself on Steam or at Itch.io for crescentstudio.itch.io /Alaris. It's only $14.99, and it's got, like, literally, like 35 to 50 hours of playtime, probably more. Because I'm reading from the early access press kit that I was given. So there might be more content besides just that. So, just so everyone is aware. I'm really enjoying it. Like, the art is so beautiful, and I love all the designs for the love interests. Obviously, we have, like, non-binary love interests, and things like that. So, and the voice acting is very well done. It's partial voice acting, not full voice acting, hence why I'm doing some of the reading. But the voice acting portions have been really, really lovely. And also the music is, like, awesome. It's very atmospheric without being anywhere, like, overwhelming. So, yeah, again, if any of this is interesting to you, please go check out Alaris for yourself. Add it to your wish list. Crescent Studio is an independent studio, so please go check them out. Not even a little curious what lies in... Last time I found a man who fit my type is 2024. I mean, I was gonna say the last time I found it was 2025. Actually, no, because before Mighty, there was Suguru. And then before Suguru... Oh god, before Suguru was Belial, which was like 2018. Damn. So, like, I went through a very long period of just Belial, no problem. And then I found 2. Now I'm finding another. Not even a little curious what lies underneath. I think the cover's shown me enough. Which is... based on pure impressions, you might not like what I have to say. I'm sure I've heard worse. My brows crinkled. That didn't seem like the kind of thing you should make light of. Kane's gaze lingered on me, perhaps for a breath too long, since I could have sworn I saw a hint of... You were looking for something, weren't you? I blinked, surprised at the sudden conversation change before refocusing on what I'd originally come to the library for. Yeah. Should I tell them? They probably wouldn't connect the dots, right? I decided to take my chance. The endless aisles brimming with novels were beginning to intimidate me. Hi, Amber! While he might look like a Beldeck son, he is not at all either of them. I got hit with the double whammy, getting mighty pilled and ghetto pilled back to back. Crazy work of my brain. I was looking for books on the word Fae. Have you heard of it? It actually does ring a bell. Someone told me about them a long time ago. They showed me where to read about them, too. I don't remember much, just some ominous riddle. What's wrong with him, positive? Oh, he's a flirty, haughty boy with huge boobs. There are mysteries to be aware of? Don't trust others. Something about time, maybe? The hair on the back of my neck lifted. The tingling sensation from when I first heard the Fae returned. The words left me before I could stop them. Not all mysteries can be explained by the logic of man. Some mysteries beyond man have no logic, have no fate. In the face of such, keep your wits close, but do not trust them. Trust not yourself, nor your senses, your time, nor your wit. For when time has stopped,
but its flow has no end, for when passion calls, but hate runs deep. Heed this warning and do not wait, for laws of nature and laws of man have no logic and have no weight. Don't tell me you're the one who told me about them all that time ago. No. And I don't remember committing it to memory either. Then where did you hear it? My mother mentioned it recently. It's what got me curious about them in the first place. How strange. Well, this is interesting now, isn't it? They paced beside the shelves faster now. The books began to blur as we hurried through the library. Kane, now intent on tracking down something to illuminate the mystery behind these so-called Fae. It should be somewhere around...
Boys! Hey! Fighting is not going to get you dinner any faster, young men.
They weren't lying when they said they knew their way around here. Let's see. Kane moved towards one of the shelves in the distance before looking back at me. Feel free to look around. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll find multiple books. They winked playfully before disappearing amongst the large stacks of novels. I surveyed the looming shelves of books before me, running my fingers across the books' textured spines, rough and worn. So many here, some hundreds of years old. They had to be something here about Fae. I began to search eagerly. I began my search, eagerly rummaging through the books for some clues. Ugh. Not this one either. I returned yet another book to the shelves. Stepping back, I shut my eyes in frustration. How many books have I gone through at this point? I must have read like 1,000,000, and nothing. Not even one mention of Fae. There's no way I can't find anything. I turned, determined to at least find one hint, before colliding right into Kane. Oops. I jumped away. The heat from their body lingered where we had collided. You must have been focused. I've been calling your name for a while. They were? I didn't hear them at all. He smiled before bringing a worn book into view. The text was faded, practically impossible to read, and the pages were yellow, a sign of their age. It's an old book, but it does mention Fae. I'm not sure if it'll be much help, but it's the only thing I could find, and they specifically use the word Fae in here. My hands ran over the textured pages, the tingling sensation returned, and my pulse quickened at the contents that may lay inside. Kane handed me the book. I skimmed hungrily over the words, eager to find out more about these mysterious beings. There was once a woman who yearned for nothing more than a child, but the universe was unable to grant her this simple wish, and so, taking her fate in her own hands, the woman sought advice from a witch. The witch, empathetic to the woman's venture, bestowed barely upon her to remedy her trouble. Go home and plant this, the witch instructed the woman. Desperate for the gift of life, the woman heeded the wish and planted the barley. And that night, the woman slept, dreaming of a miracle. But when she woke, the barley had remained barley. Weeks passed with no sign of a child. Nonetheless, the woman continued to tend the barley given to her, until one day a tiny girl sprouted from it, no larger than the length of one's finger. Is this the Fae? This girl? I don't think so. Or at least that's not where I saw mention of Fae. Where do they start talking about Fae? It's limited. I don't want you to be disappointed. That's fine. Something is better than nothing, right? He let out a soft chuckle, taking the book from me. Don't say I didn't warn you. His fingers nimbly turned the pages before returning the book to me. As he did, he leaned towards me, the warmth from his torso heating the area around us again. Here. Finally reaching the safety of an open field, the tiny woman and the swallow rejoiced. Their happiness was immeasurable, But the woman, now eager for the full embrace of freedom, left the swallow to explore the never-ending field of flowers. For some time, the minuscule woman wandered until she happened upon another like-sized person. Excited at the prospect of meeting a same-sized companion, she approached the stranger. But when they turned, she found herself in awe at his beauty. "Ah, I don't believe we've met. Where do you come from, Fae?" the small man inquired. Fae? My eyes consumed the text, chasing after the shadow of the word that had eluded me until now. "Fae? What's a fae?" she asked, now curious of this new word. Surprised she did not know, he responded. "Fae can be many things. They can be small or big. They can look like you and me or like other creatures. And fae have many responsibilities. Some of us tend to the cycle of seasons. Some of us help grant wishes. I tend to the flowers of this field." The woman looked around at the myriad of flowers blooming, a sea of colors and textures billowing in the wind. "You did this?" she asked in wonder, to which the flower fae nodded. "I don't know much about fae. I'm just a human." "I don't know much about fae. I'm just a human, as is my mother. But I've never met another the same size as me," the small woman informed him. She found herself taking a liking to the small man before her, feeling a kinship that she'd never felt before. "That sounds lovely, doesn't it?" The woman paused, never considering how lovely it had been meeting another like her. "If you want, I can take you with me. We can take care of the flowers together, and maybe you won't feel as lonely anymore." The woman liked this idea very much and agreed excitedly. With a wave of his hand, the fae bestowed upon her a pair of wings, and as well, a new life of adventure began for the two of them. I stared at the book, I suddenly tired. My shoulders slumped. They did mention fae, but why did it feel so unsatisfying? I drummed my fingers against the book, trying to piece the puzzle together. Maybe this is fae, but a small flower creature is not what I ran into a couple of nights ago. What do you make of it? I sighed at the fruitless results of our search. Nothing. Nothing that at least helps. I know I said something was better than nothing, but this... I chuckled, mostly out of hopelessness. Is it impossible to find information on these creatures? If you don't mind me asking, was there anything particular you were looking for? I wasn't sure if I knew the answer to that question. I hardly knew anything about these beings in the first place. Maybe all I wanted was to see them mentioned in a way that felt... real? I'm sorry, what was that? Do you think they're real? The Fae. Do I think they're real? Actually, that was a really dumb question. Forget I asked. Why would I ask him if he thinks they're real? I would try to keep a low profile on this research. I've never thought about it. My brows rose in surprise as Kane seriously considered my question. This is only the second time I've encountered the word, and I can't say I've reflected much on their existence. Based on this book, they appear human, right? Or as something we're familiar with, like an animal. Based on this book, yes. Based on my own encounters with a potential Fae. If that's the case, and they can blend into our own reality, I don't see why they couldn't be real. After all, we can't prove they don't exist, right? We can't prove they don't exist. Why do you ask? It's personal. Say no more. Forget I asked. Smoothly and without warning, he plucked the book from my hands. This will be our little secret. We should put that back. Of course. Apologies we didn't find anything helpful. But our library is quite expansive. I'm sure there's something that could answer your question. If you ever need a helping hand, I'd be happy to offer my services. I'll think about it. As I headed home, I realized I had some free time on my hands. It's been a while since I've been able to take some time for myself. Maybe I should do something? Okay, so we went to the cafe last time. We could go to the market, the river, or the flower field. Where should we go this time? If anybody has any ideas of where they would like to see. I'm so sorry. My brother just messaged me. My brother just messaged me. And he said, flower field feels oddly relevant. Oh, you're so true. Okay, we'll go to the flower field. But after I read this message from my brother. At Costco, putting things in my car, 2 guys walk by and one of them asks me, hey, do you think we look like a gay couple? My brother, no. The guy, yes, told you, and just kept walking. Like, okay. That's so fucking funny. What? Touches the ground. Something happened here. All right, flower field. Come to think it, Mom said she's hosting another flower festival. Maybe I'll drop by to support her. Oh, should I invite anyone? Hi, baby. Okay. So we just spent some time with Kane. We could invite him to the flower festival. But we could also invite Druk, who we haven't spent a lot of time with. Fenrir, who, again, is, like, my top choice. Also, didn't know that he was, like, Kane and Druk, like, all their coworkers. Or we can invite Etza, our non-binary bae. Also, I think Kane might also be non-binary because they refer to them with they/them pronouns. Yeah, I don't know. These guys just essentially asked him for a vibe check. And he was like, "Nor, you don't seem gay to me." And yes, I told you. I mean, they picked the right guy to give them the vibe check because my brother is very my brother's very straightforward, though. Okay. Back to Alaris, though. So who should we invite to the flower field? So Kane, who we just spent time with again. Let's invite Etza. Okay. Oh, Etza's calling me? Whoa! Hey! Gaston! Don't you do it. Gaston! Why do you do that? Why do you love to just, like... Gaston! Why do you do that? Why do you just love to, like, bite him? You bite him once. And is this how you show dominance? You're such a little asshole. Okay, so Etza's calling me. Serendipitously. Haylene? Etza? What is it?
Well, I have a bit of free time right now, and I found myself thinking of you. I was wondering if you were free and wanted to spend some time together. Maybe do something not related to work for once.
Etza thought of me? That's so sweet. I'm free. What did you have in mind?
Oh, I'm glad. I'll message you the details.
Okay, see you then. Lush flowers adorned the forest floor, a sea of color that extended to the horizon. In the middle of that sea stood someone equally beautiful, with glistening white hair and flowing white robes. Etza! Haylene, you're here. You haven't been waiting long, have you? Not at all. I've barely gotten a chance to look at the field. What I have seen is stunning, though. I've never seen anything like it. Sunlight dappled our skin. The fragrance of lavender and other wildflowers floated in the air. They were right. Mom had outdone herself today. Etza had their arm out as they motioned to the rest of the clearing. Shall we? We walked in tandem through the field, flowers framing our vision, and the delicate floral underbrush softening our steps. Surrounded by the colorful canopy, Etza looked even more stunning. The white of their robes and hair were brighter, the complexion of their skin richer, and the depth of their eyes even more mesmerizing. They looked like a picture straight out of a fairy tale. What was that, Haleen? Did I just say that out loud? Damn. The main character in this game has no filter. They always just be blurting stuff out. Kind of love that. It was nothing. You can tell me. I'm embarrassed now. I'd never judge you. I was just thinking you look like you're from a fairy tale right now. I see. Then, did they start blushing more? Got your speech bubble and your thought bubble mixed up? Literally! Then, can I have this dance? Whoa! That's always the fucking, like, sexiest thing that can be said to someone. Hell yeah! Etza bowed, the epitome of chivalry, and held out their hand. With all these people here? I won't pay them any mind if you don't. I took their hand. If Etza was going to brave it, then so was I. As they pulled me close, I could feel their hand shaking. They were nervous too. Oh wow, we're jumping straight into it. Hell yeah, we are. I'm gonna let Etza lead because they offered first. They placed their hand at the small of my back and stepped forward. I followed their lead. I can't believe I'm doing this, if I'm being honest with you. Really? You were pretty confident when you asked for this dance. Well, after you mentioned the fairy tale, I felt I had to rise to the occasion for you. We moved in sync at our small corner of the flower field. Perhaps people were watching, but all of that melted away as we stared into each other's eyes. We existed in a world of our own, a fairy tale of our own making. You seem less nervous now. I imagine it has to do with you. There's something about you, Haleen. Something magnetic. Me? Magnetic? Yes. When we first met, I thought it had to do with your energy. But now... From lowered lashes, Etza's eyes roamed over the rest of my features. A dusty rose blush settled on their cheeks. Ah! Sorry, that loud noise actually startled me. Etza stepped and faltered, tripping over the length of their robes. They fell forward but caught themselves before they collided with me. Oh! Strands of their white hair fell forward, brushing against the tips of my cheeks. Our eyes met, and I found an infinite blue that I could get lost in forever. Apologies, Haleen. They looked away, that blush from before deepening in color. Don't get shy on me now, Etza. Damn, since literally it was just like that one sound was just a little loud and made me jump. I shut my eyes as dozens of petals scattered in the wind, dancing around us, and a particularly strong breeze blew past. When I opened them, Etza and I were mere centimeters apart. Haleen. Yes? I was breathless. The smell of lavender and vanilla surrounded me as Etza reached up. Their fingers brushed against my forehead before they carefully pulled something off of me. It was a petal. One had made a home on top of my head. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. It's okay. Thank you. Our words were whispers now. Etza handed the petal to me before clearing their throat and straightening. That may be my limit for today. Shall we enjoy the rest of the field? Yeah, let's. I held the petal in my hand, a keepsake of our dance together. The feeling of Etza brushing against me lingered in my mind. Ooh, that was so cute, though. Oh, oh, I love that. I loved that a lot. The chill night air settled in. Shadows cast by the town lights danced around me. The sun left, and with it, fear edged its way so easily back into my mind. I pulled my bag closer, closed my eyes, and slowly exhaled. Don't tell me I'm afraid of the dark now. But with all my recent nightly encounters, it wasn't hard to see why. Something moved in the shadows. But there was nothing there. I shook my head, trying to ignore the rising fear that was clouding my mind. A growing shadow, a figure, followed me. I turned again. Nothing. My heart pounded in my chest. Just breathe. Breathe. Again, I pulled my bag ever closer to me as if it could shield me from the darkness. But I couldn't shake the idea that someone, something, was following me. The hairs on my arms stood up. A familiar sinking feeling made its way into the pit of my stomach. I pulled my communicator out. It shook in my hands as I considered who to call. Maybe I should call. Well, I feel like I have to call Etza now, right? After our very beautiful dance date in the flower field. But before I could dial, I heard it. The low, velvety voice that haunted the dark corners of my mind.
Looking for me?
Hey! Hey, big sexy! Before me, emerging from the shadows themselves, was the stranger who had attacked me. My thoughts sounded distant, smothered by dread. My body trembled, flooded with fear. How was this happening again? But this time, I wouldn't let it end the same way. Latching onto something, anything that could snap me out of it, I summoned my voice, forcing myself to ask him the first question that came to my mind. Fuck it. Let's just break the ice. Are you Fae? My voice rang clearly and without hesitation. Focus grabbed hold of my body as it did.
Now, where did you learn that, little one?
I stepped back, muscles tense, ready to bolt away at a moment's notice. I won't let him get close to me this time, I swear it. Their eyes wandered up and down, and I thought they would pounce, moving faster than me with those inhuman reflexes. But instead he leaned back, throwing his hands up in surrender.
Relax. I won't harm you this time.
This time.
I've received feedback that my approach last time was a bit rough.
A bit rough? You basically manhandled me. They paused, brow raised in surprise before they chuckled. A deep, slow, nonchalant noise. Did I just say that out loud? That's like the 4th time. Hold on. I just gotta check the log. No, I didn't. I should have just thought it. I could have said it out loud.
All right. I apologize. I didn't know what to do at the time. I'm a bit new to this. I hope you'll forgive me.
I don't know, with that velvety voice, you can do anything. You can do anything to me, honey. They cocked their head, eyelids lowered, watching me now how a wolf might its prey. My stomach twisted into knots, and yet I ventured further. I wanted answers. Are you not going to answer my question?
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say. Are you going to run away now that I've refused to answer?
My blood pounded against my temples, making it hard to think, to focus. He chuckled again, amused by my silence.
I already told you. I won't go near you. If you want to run away, run away.
They can't be serious, right? It'd be stupid to believe them. Still, I could run. Get a head start? See if their words are worth anything? Why wasn't I? I stayed rooted to my spot. What are you at liberty to say then? They grinned, satisfied, almost excited. Something dark and dangerous flashed in their eyes.
Not much if I'm honest. What do you see when you look at me?
Etza! Etza, save us! I got the strat, get myself cold iron. Fae hate that stuff. Unfortunately, we don't know much about Fae in this world at all, except for, what was in that book. So I don't even know if I would know to get cold iron. But, maybe if I learn about it, I can get it. I can start throwing it. I can just start whacking him. Also, for those on Twitch, there is a 3-minute ad break, so if you want to hop over to YouTube to not miss a moment, you are more than welcome to. What is that supposed to mean? What does it mean indeed? The gift of sight, something many believe holds a universal truth, when in fact this is hardly the case. Color, distance, clarity, all are perceived differently between individuals. This holds especially true for you, does it not? You, with the ability to see energy. Tell me, Haleen, with a gift so extensive, how do you differentiate between what others see and what you are able to? Do you know how? You do? Extraordinary. I'm curious, would you indulge me with a demonstration? Well, I feel like we gotta keep going with Etza. Okay, game calling me out, I guess. The object of your affection, perhaps? I jest, it's not for me to know. So when you wish to see the world with a new lens, what is your process? You press Q. Oh! I'm unaware of what that is. Perhaps it's something only you can access as the seer of energy, and to see the world as others do. What is your process? You press Q. Okay, I'm gonna press Q this time. Ooh! Fascinating. Not only do you possess the gift of refined sight, you also possess the ability to turn it on and off as you see fit. I wonder, is this the answer the silvered-haired one seeks?
What do you see when you look at me?
It has to do with energy. Wait. Realization hits, and I curse myself for taking so long to notice. You have no energy.
So they were right about you.
They? Right about what?
That's all I can say. Sorry, little one.
The apology was an afterthought. Ingenuine. But my mind raced past it. No time to reflect. They had no energy, just like the golden-haired stranger. Their lack of energy was no coincidence. This man was telling me to notice it. He knew he had no energy. Because he was a being that existed outside the laws of our realm. He was a creature that defied logic. The word that had eluded me all day tugged at my mind, forcing my attention. Fae. There was nothing else it could be. It wasn't an evolved. This wasn't an evolved overtaken. This was a Fae. So not only are they real, but I'm also talking to one in the flesh. What do you want with me? The stranger's smirk twitched, just for a moment.
hopefully entertained by my straightforwardness. But I didn't ask to gain their approval. I asked because they barely told me anything. I needed more. And being direct seemed to be my best bet.
You know, many would consider it impolite to ask so many questions without answering any yourself.
Okay, sorry, I muted my mic so I could sneeze. And what exactly do you want to ask me? He paused, staring at me with an inscrutable expression.
Why are you a healer?
Healing people is like solving a puzzle. Okay, who am I? Dr. House? Damn! My patients come to me when no one else can help them. There's nothing more satisfying than solving a case no one else can. Every day I learn something new. For me, becoming a healer has always been an easy choice. I wasn't sure if my response was what he was looking for, but it was the truth, and I didn't want to pretend like it wasn't. His amethyst eyes regarded me, glimmering with an emotion that was difficult to decipher. Interest? Disappointment? Satisfaction? Does that suffice as an answer?
It does. And now that I've answered your questions, I'd like to ask another one.
What?
How do you decide who to heal?
I had let my guard down. They're more talkative, but that doesn't mean they're going to relinquish these answers freely. I answered, vowing to be more careful after the harsh reminder that this man was not on my side. I don't. A simple response. Two could play at that game.
You're annoyed.
It was a statement with no room for questions. Now that I knew I could play the same card.
Come now. I was just playing earlier. Give me your true response, and now return the favor.
Hey, Gaston, stop. Get out. Yeah, I'm gonna fight you. Yeah, I'm gonna punch you. I'm coming. I'm gonna punch you. Okay. I'm not actually gonna punch my cat. He like raised his paw and like bat at my hand. I was like, okay, I'll fight. That got them out of here for a little bit. His voice swirled around us, lingering in the air, toying with my mind, as if his words were caressing me, urging me to respond, to give him what he wanted. I grit my teeth, struggled to fight back. I help whoever needs it. If someone asks me for help, I help them. It's as simple as that. So I don't decide who to heal. I heal everyone. My body relaxed upon answering, as if freed from the stranger's shadowy clutches. I glared, angry that they had still gotten the answers they thought, while I still had nothing. What was that just now? Did I seriously just waste another question?
I really shouldn't answer that. But since you've been so good tonight, I'll reward you. That was one of my powers. Though, if I'm being honest, you shouldn't have been able to sense it so easily. Your awareness of dragon energy must be quite thorough.
Dragon energy? But dragons aren't supposed to be around anymore. See, this is why I don't trust Faye. They're always so damn suspicious and trying to get something from ya. I mean, listen, he can... He can... Rawr. Dragon energy? This was one of their powers, but my ability to sense energy helped me?
I must say, this has been quite interesting. I have to thank you for entertaining me tonight, but I regret to say our time for tonight draws near. Until next time.
I like them when they're oomph, one of my freaks. What can I say? Wait! Night itself seemed to engulf them as their silhouette disappeared before me. My thoughts raced through the answers they had given me, the questions that remained. Where did he go? Out of the corner of my eye, the air seemed to shimmer. Whether it was a trick of the light, or the moonlight, or something else, I didn't give myself time to ponder. I read about you at the library. About Fae. Nothing there matches anything about you. What? My lips parted, but the words I was searching for failed to reach my tongue. What are you? What are Fae? What do you want from me? A million questions raged through my mind, but I knew deep down I wouldn't be getting the answers to any of them.
The library?
His voice whispered through the shadows.
I don't think you'll find much about me in that stuffy little place. If you want to know more about me, all you need to do is ask.
Well, I tried that, Mr. Fae, Mr. Sexy Fae Man guy, sir, but you kind of keep circumventing my questions. His deep voice purred in my ear, and something caressed the tips of my cheek. I whirled around, but where I had earlier felt his presence, I was now met with nothing. And I knew he was finally gone. A glimmer caught my eye. Small particles floated in the air, like starlight. Just like the other night. So that was from him as well. I sighed, bringing my hand to my temple. Turning towards home, I felt overwhelmed. My mind and body reeled from the answers, or lack of, and these new mixed feelings towards the stranger. Did you control this time, Kuna? Yes, and you were right. They responded much more positively this time than last time. Well, I mean, to be fair, this time you didn't try to kidnap me. I can't believe you manhandled them. Actually, I can believe it. Perhaps you've forgotten, Killam, but it's dangerous for us to be seen. At the time, I didn't think I had a choice. Well, we're lucky they were willing to even give you a chance, given your previous behavior. Ahem. So did you end up learning anything this time, Kuna? They will be able to help us. I'm sure of it. And based on tonight, I think there is a way to convince them. Medina? Apologies. I never thought a day like this would arrive. Agreed. I was surprised myself. The court could use this, even if it's just for the sake of hope. Continue observing them until it's time. We must be careful, otherwise everything could backfire. Understood. Make sure you don't scare them off again. Be good. Don't worry, you have nothing to worry about. All right, chapter 3. Okay, we're gonna do a little save here. I paced through the halls in search of Etza, finally ready to tell them everything about last night's ordeal. Where are they? They're not in their office or the library. I turned another corner, and they aren't answering their communicator. As I rounded yet another corner, it wasn't Etza I found, but a decent enough replacement. Here, I got some iron for ya. His hair shimmered, fiery in the light, and his eyes shone with the color of liquid honey. Dust floated in the air, dancing around him as he gazed into the clearing. For once, he was alone. No sight of the usual crowd that followed at his heels. The air around him was quiet, tranquil even. Can I help you with something, or are you here to enjoy the view? Ooh, his energy is so pretty. Ooh, he's pretty. Should have known that wasn't gonna last long. Well, I had a question. Here to ask how my hair got so luscious? Yes, I do want to know that, but no, that's not my current question. Or perhaps my skin so soft. That too! Can you tell me your skincare routine? I do need that. Maybe you'd like to ask me on a date? I kid. How can I help you, Haleen? So, I filled Kane on the reason behind my search. My encounters with the stranger, the seed my mother planted in my mind, the cryptic questions about my healing. I told him as much as I could and what I thought of all of it. I was planning on telling Etza since they had offered to help before, but Kane stood beside me, silently absorbing everything. Are you alright? Alright as I can be, given everything. Kane smiled, leaving the topic at that. I just don't know what to do. What if I run into one of them again? If protection is what you want, protection is what you'll get. Simple as that. I'd be devastated should anything happen to you. Their words were reassuring, and I certainly felt safer under their promise. And yet, similar to my conversation with Kimura, I couldn't bring myself to accept their offer. Just as there was a force that pushed me from the Fae, yelled at me to run, there was another in equal opposition that pulled me to them, beckoned for me. Against all reason, I wanted to know more about these Fae. Penny for your thoughts, dear Haleen. Would you judge me if I said no? No to the protection? I nodded. Of course not. But may I know why? I can't help but want to learn more about them. There's so much I still don't know. Who are they? What are they capable of? Why my healing? I know it's dangerous and reckless, and it's natural to be drawn to mystery. His eyes were gentle, without a hint of judgment, just as he had promised. That being said, we can't have you traipsing into danger. Surely there must be a way to learn more about these beings without placing yourself so close to one. The silver-haired stranger's words whispered to me. If you want to know more about me, all you need to do is ask. The poor MC is too curious for their own good. You're gonna get trapped in the Feywild for 10 years. Twirls my tail. Well, maybe I want to. Hee hee ha ha, yay! Yeah, let's not do that. I'm sure a certain someone would be all too eager. Well, I already tried the library. Ah yes, I remember our adventure fondly. My mind ran through everything I've learned about the strangers. The lack of energy, the strange magic, the starlight. The starlight. The golden-haired stranger had examined it. The silver-haired one had left it behind. That has to be my best bet. They're both connected to it. One of them always has left something behind. It's small, but it might be able to give me some kind of lead. Perfect. I only ask that you bring someone with you, just in case. Not protection. Just a friend. Bringing someone along would help. Not just for safety, but also to just have another set of eyes on it. Who did I want to bring? Well, I mean, Kane is right here, and he did offer, so I guess I should bring him along. Even though I do want to bring Etza. I don't want to put Etza in danger, so I'm going to ask Kane to come. Do you want to go with me then, Kane? I'd be honored, though, if this is your excuse to spend time with me. All you need to do is ask. You wish I wanted to spend more time with you. I do indeed. Always so quick to flatter. It was your suggestion to bring someone with me. So now you have to pay the consequences. Gladly. Shall we head out then? I'll do my best to make sure nothing happens. Wow, with words like that, you actually sound like a drake. They do say I'm one of the best. Many would pay good money for these personal services. Wow, I'm flattered.
Kane laughed alongside me as we made our way out of Central. This is where I encountered the silver-haired stranger. The sun was high in the sky, the area transformed from the darkness of the night before. Let's see. Will that starlight be here, or did it disappear already? There! Find what you were looking for? I absent-mindedly hummed as I pursued that faint glimmer. This is their magic, isn't it? A soft luminescent sheen filled the air as I reached out, but I was met with nothing. My fingers swiped through empty air. What? With energy, I could feel a tug, a pull, a presence. But here, nothing? But last night, I know I felt something when that man cast his magic. So why are these particles so empty now? Actually, are these particles there when he used his magic? Come now, I was just playing earlier. Give me your true response and I'll return the favor. I couldn't remember. Perhaps these particles weren't their magic. Perhaps they were simply a product left behind by their presence, like echoes of an afterimage. I tried to push back the disappointment rising in my throat. These particles weren't their magic. What answers could I possibly find in them? You're right, Aileen. Just frustrated. I laughed bitterly at the dead end. The stranger who attacked me leaves this light behind. And it's here, but I don't know what to make of it. I feel like the answer is staring right at me, but... I sighed, aggravated. Kane squatted beside me, abandoning his temporary patrol spot. How can I help? I'm not sure if there's anything you can do to help. The particles hold no information. Kane smiled. The mischievous glint in his eyes shone. Try me. This, I gestured towards the floating starlight, is what I thought could give me a lead. It's not giving me any of the usual feedback I get from energy, and if I can't learn anything from it, if this is a dead end. I'm sorry, Haleen, but what exactly am I looking at here? I know it's subtle, but if you just... Here, look. You see this shimmer in the air? The way the light bends and moves here? Haleen, I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. Our eyes stared into each other's, Kane's with remorse, mine with disbelief. Am I disappointing you? I apologize. No, maybe you're just missing it? It's hard to see. Let me show you. I stepped behind Kane, motioning towards their shoulders. Oh, this is nice. I fought the urge to roll my eyes. I wrapped my hands around their broad shoulders, soft but firm to the touch as I searched for the best angle to see the light. Here, do you see? Haleen, I don't think I see what you see. What? But... The gift of sight. Something many believe holds a universal truth, when in fact this is hardly the case. So only I can see it? Like how only I can see our energy? I wasn't sure what the significance of that was, or how everything tied it together. But at least it was a start. Success? I think so. These strangers can use magic. It's different from our energy, and yet I can sense it. Feel the magic when they're using it. See the remnants of it linger in the air. So then, what does it all mean? I'm not sure. Maybe it's related to my ability to see energy? Maybe it's related to why that stranger is targeting me. I don't have all the answers yet, but I know it's more than what I was working with before we came here. Kane chuckled beside me. Well, you seem to be in a better place compared to this morning. I'm glad this helped, even if my hand in it was small. I couldn't have done this without you. Without you, I wouldn't have known this was something... Without you, I wouldn't have known this was something only I could see. Plus, I didn't get attacked, right? Not that you were here for protection. Right, I just came as a friend. Or perhaps as something more? Whatever you came here as, thanks. Especially on such short notice. And for listening. Kane rose from his squat, offering his hand to me. Careful, Haleen. Or I just might fall for you. You say that like it's a bad thing. Only if you can't handle me. I'd be happy to help again, should you ever need it. Wait, slow down. You're telling me you think Fae really exist? I don't think. I know. Honey, I told you about them as a joke. How long have you been looking into this? I know it's hard to believe, but for some reason I just couldn't let it go. And today I found a clue. After last night, that silver-haired stranger left something behind. It was energy. And it wasn't. I don't know how to explain it. But I've never seen anything like it. So you think these strangers that you've been running into, they're Fae? From Grandma's silly little saying? About the mysteries of logic and fate? Where nature's laws don't apply? Yes, Mom. When I didn't appreciate her tone, well, I didn't appreciate her tone. I couldn't really blame her reaction. So what does it mean? Are you going to tell Central? Well, someone from Central already went with me. Really? Who? Kane. Oh, getting close, are you? Mom! Just kidding. I want to learn more about the Fae before telling everybody else. All I know is that they don't use energy. But what do we have to do with that? I still don't know what they're capable of. Their motives, what Fae even really are. You know, there's this ritual Grandma had. To be honest, I don't know what it's supposed to do. It never really did anything. But since her teachings have gotten us this far, maybe it's worth a try? You don't know what it's meant to do? Didn't that seem risky? I can't say I remember. Sorry, baby. If you don't want to do it, we don't have to. But you're just so hung up on these Fae, so let's do it. I grimaced as etched lines weaved in and out before me, entwined to create different symbols on the floor. It felt unnatural. Arcane. Wrong. Grandma taught you this? Creepy, right? That's an understatement. We don't have to do this if you really don't want to. No, I want to. After all, the worst that can happen is nothing. Then I could forget all about this ritual. Remember, just say the word and we'll stop. Let's just get this over with. Her nod was short as she took my hand in hers. It was only then that I realized my palms were sweating. The ritual is straightforward. I could do it as far as what Grandma did. Anything for me to do? Grandma always told me to think of Fae when she conducted this, if that's what you want to do. Easy enough. They're always on my mind anyway. Mom laughed, but her voice was tight, with an edge of nervousness that betrayed her. Let's get to it. She closed her eyes and I followed suit as my mind drifted to the Fae. The starlight arrived first, floating at the corners of my mind. It sharpened, shimmering as it danced in the sunlight. Sunlight that scattered into a gossamer veil, glistening and golden. Gold. The color of the mysterious stranger's hair. Their eyes. Their visage sharpened. Hair like sun, eyes like liquid gold, clothes evergreen like a forest. Like the night when we first met, starlight surrounded them. The night we ran into each other, I stepped forward, reaching out to them. But a gust of wind pushed me back, rushed past me, nearly lifting me off my feet. Just like the night we first met. The wind billowed again around against my clothes, blew sharply against the tops of my cheeks. Oh my gosh! I would have thought it was real had the sound of my mom's voice not pulled me from my memories. Or so I thought. Oh! Oh, we summoned a whole ass man! Before us, the stranger I had so vividly envisioned. No longer was the dreamy embodiment of soft sunlight and warm amber. Instead, smoke filled the room, burned my lungs, sharp, glowing eyes pierced through me. What in the world?
What is the meaning of this?
Oh my god, my mom has such pretty energy. Outrage flashed in their eyes before hostile recognition settled in. Aileen, this has never happened.
You. Who are you?
It wasn't a question. It was a command. This wasn't a memory. This was real. Their presence loomed closer, only to be intercepted by my mother. Stay where you are. We mean no harm. They stilled, the muscles of their body tight with restraint.
Return me. I am not some animal to summon at your will.
It took everything in me to speak. Just a couple of questions, please.
I am not obligated to provide answers. I owe you nothing.
Please, I'm at my wit's end. I've consulted books, friends, even that strange silver-haired man.
You've talked to the silver-haired man?
Huh?
Tell me more.
This is it, Aileen. Ask carefully. I paused to remember this silver-haired stranger's words. A question for a question. Only if you answer my questions. You're as brave as ever, I see. Their jaw grew taut, eyes narrowed. Don't let them intimidate you. You can do this. The other night when we met, you were investigating the starlight. What is it? It's always left behind by the silver-haired stranger. I tried investigating it, but I can't figure it out. I don't know what starlight you're talking about. What? Now you're lying to me. I don't lie. Their steady gaze met mine and I glared at them. How would I get anywhere if this person was willing to blatantly lie to me? So then...
What did they want from you?
Play nice. We've gotten this far. I'm not entirely sure what he wants. He asked me why I'm a healer, and mentioned my ability to see energy. Do you know anything about that?
I may.
Though it is something I cannot disclose to you. Can't disclose to me? I can barely keep myself from scoffing. An easy stance when you aren't the one in danger. Aileen, careful now. You can't keep this from me.
Know your place. I do not owe you anything. I was summoned here unwillingly.
Well, I've been attacked unwilling.
Enough.
Wind blasted against us as the smoke thickened. Ah! Mom? Mom! I hurried to her, catching her just before she collapsed. When I looked up, my eyes were drawn to theirs, pulled by some invisible force. Slow, steady steps reverberated in the room, unfaltering. Amber smoke closed in on us. What did you do to her? They raised their hand. What are you? Warm energy enveloped my hand, warning them away. Don't come any closer. They paused, body completely still in that unnatural way that sent chills down my spine.
I will not hurt you.
A calm washed over my senses. It was their magic. Don't use weird powers on me. I've had enough. What are you... even... My vision blurred. My limbs went slack. As my consciousness faded, sturdy arms caught me, gently lowering me to the ground.
Who are you?
Are you sure about this, Isa? I'm certain. If that's the case, things may become problematic. I'm aware. What is your recommendation, Senja? Well, first is the matter of Kuna. You're positive about their movements? Yes, there were traces of his presence in the town. He's also targeting a human, most likely to use for his own intents and purposes. What do you think, Senja? I would advise monitoring the current situation closely. We can't allow matters to escalate. For everyone's sake. Agreed. The journey back won't be too draining, Isa? No need to worry about me, Kasari. If you say so. And this human they're targeting, what do you know about them? I'm not sure. They are an enigma. They saw me in town despite my concealment. Tonight they summoned me with the rituals of old. What? But a human hasn't done that in. I am aware. What does that mean? I've been asking myself the same question. For now, we should monitor both. For now, we should monitor both, but Kuna remains our priority. Don't get distracted by the human, Isa. I won't. You sure you're okay, Mom? Just a pounding headache, and my memories are fuzzy. What happened last night? You really don't remember? It's hazy. We summoned someone. I had an entire conversation with them. It doesn't ring a bell? Seems not. Was it that person's magic? Was that Fae magic? It's powerful enough to wipe people's memories? It's fine, Mom. Don't be too upset about it. Besides, it's not like they told me anything helpful. Still, the fact that we summoned them... We were never able to summon anything. No plants, no rocks, not even dirt. For us to have summoned a whole person... I grimaced, slowly feeling like I was getting in way over my head. Are you alright? Yeah, just a bit overwhelmed. One step at a time. We have all the time in the world to find answers. No need to rush into anything. As long as you're safe, that's all that matters. Yeah, we'll figure this out. But we can't do it if you're constantly throwing yourself into danger. All right. You've made your case. No need to nag. If you listen, I won't have to nag you. Are you sure? Someone's grumpy today. By the way, before you leave, take these.
Hey, boys, what have I been saying? Don't you do it. Hey, stop. You boys are gonna get food in like 15 minutes. You're fine.
I never believed in them myself, but given everything, it might help. She handed me a small bag of herbs. They're meant to protect you.
Hey! Boys! Oh my goodness! I need to separate you two, I think.
Jeez. They're beating the shit out of each other, I swear. I sifted through the bag. Many of these I used to heal for my own patients. This MC is so much braver than I am. I'd be moving to another country with iron fences and changing my identity. I mean, okay, so to be fair, like, they know nothing about Fae. Like, dragons and Fae are, like, have essentially been, like, eliminated from this world. So, like, all they really know is, like, Fae are other creatures with different energy or can use magic without energy. So, like, they don't know anything about Fae. They just kind of know that they're like a boogeyman almost. Maybe not even like a boogeyman, but just like they think that it's like a myth or a legend and something that, like, you know, doesn't actually exist. So, like, you know, they don't really have the wherewithal to really, like, know anything
about how to protect themselves. And, you know, when people are coming after you and being like, ooh, you have this power and stuff, you know, I'd be curious about that too. So, you know, removing your Fae knowledge from the situation, you'd probably... Where's Granny when you... I think Granny is dead. I think my grandma is not in this world anymore. Though they didn't actually say where she is. Yeah, Granny! Grandma! Grandma! I guess there's no harm in having them on hand. The recent incidents with the silver-haired stranger, my investigation into the starlight, and now the fact that I summoned someone into my house. Any concerns about not having enough evidence of Fae were out the window. I needed protection. If Fae were after me, that wasn't something I wanted to take on alone. Kimura told me to let him know if I needed anything, but calling up the head of Central out of the blue? Could I do that? Maybe Etza could help. They're kinda like my partner, right? Plus, they'd already offered their help at the riverbed. Please be in your office today, Etza. Oh, thank goodness, Etza, you're here. Fenrir, you're here too? I was just leaving, don't worry. Wait, maybe it's better if you're here too. If he's the Hydra, he should know about the Fae's existence too. What is it? I have something to tell you. And it might sound crazy, but I'm asking you both to trust me. Of course. What did you want to say, Haleen? Fenrir, you know the term I asked you about the other day? Fae, what about it? Well, the reason I asked you about them is because... they're real. They're real. Yes, and I didn't know it at the time, but now I do. Last night, we summoned one. I don't mean to interrupt, but Fae? They're fictional creatures, magical beings only found in most ancient of children's stories. Haleen, I know it doesn't seem possible, but I summoned one last night. Please, you have to believe me. I don't not believe you. It's just hard to wrap my head around. See, like, they literally are like, yeah, it's just a children's fairy tale. Like, they have no predisposition knowledge about Fae, so... And I'm assuming these strangers that have been targeting you are Fae. Yes. For a while, I wasn't sure. I looked into it on my own because the idea seemed just so ridiculous. I didn't want to be judged if I was completely off the mark. But after experiencing their magic up close, the crawling shadows, the hypnotizing voice, the memory manipulation, it was nothing like our energy. Oh wait, I want to look at their energies. Ooh, they actually have very similar energy. Kimura offered me protection a while ago. I didn't accept it at the time, but my curiosity got the better of me. But now you'd like it. I nodded. Etza had a talent for understanding what was unsaid. Of course. Thank you for telling us, Haleen. We'll inform Kimura today, and if there's anything else you want us to know about the Fae, let me know. Yeah, will do. With their promises of protection, I finally felt something I hadn't felt in a while. Relief. As I headed home, I realized I had some free time on my hands. It's been a while since I've been able to take some time for myself. Maybe I should do something? Okay, so we... Oh! You know what? Sure, let's save. Alright, so we did the Field of Flowers, we did the cafe. We could go to the riverbed, or we could go to the market. Where do you think we should go? I'll probably be inviting Etza, since, you know, they're kind of our boo. They're kind of our baby. Ooh, big stretch. big stretch. Gaston, you're not being beaten up constantly by your boyfriend. He'll come out of containment soon. Ugh. You know, okay, we've technically been to the riverbed with Etza. Oh, Chica's saying riverbed. Okay, riverbed it is. It's nice out today. What about a picnic? Oh, should I invite anyone? Absolutely! Oh, Etza's calling me. Damn. They just know. Etza? What is it?
Ah, well, I have a bit of free time right now, and I found myself thinking of you. I was wondering if you were free and wanted to spend some time together. Maybe do something not related to work for once?
Etza thought of me? That's so sweet. I'm free. What did you have in mind?
Oh, I'm glad. I'll message you the details.
Okay, see you then. There, perfect. After one final touch, I admired my work and huffed triumphantly. Staring back at me was our picnic meal. It was a true feast, one that was completely... well, clearly, if it's for Etza, I couldn't wait. Eating this by the riverbed was going to be sheer bliss. Sunlight sparkled off the flowing river. The sound of water splashing over wet stone mixed with the murmurs of passing people. Let's see, where should we sit? I've just arrived. I'm near the cafe up the road. You'll see me near the trees that line the riverbed. Coming! Coming! Looks like Etza already found a spot. I should catch up. As I walked along the riverbed, I did eventually find Etza near some trees, as they mentioned. What they hadn't mentioned were the hammocks they bought. Interesting picnic blankets. Haylene. I asked Kane to borrow them. The weather seemed perfect for hammocks. Though I can't say I've ever used them, so... Admittedly, I'm struggling to hang everything up. Here, let me help. I set my basket on the ground before joining Etza, and we set to work hanging the hammock between the trees. There, that looks sturdy enough. As I retrieved my basket and prepped to hop into the hammock, Etza offered their hand to me. Do you need help? I took their hand and easily plopped into the hammock. Etza moved to follow, taking hold of one of the hammock's sides. But as it swayed in the wind, they hesitated. Etza hopped once, a half-hearted hop, and landed in the same place they were standing. The slightest ruby dusted their cheeks as they cleared their throat. They tried again, this time a full hop, but landed with much the same results as before. I underestimated how difficult it is to get into a hammock. It's harder when somebody's already in it. Here. I sat up and shifted to the edge of the hammock, planting my feet on the ground and tilting the hammock so it faced Etza. Sit next to me? Hesitantly, Etza sat by my side. I lay down like I was earlier. They followed my instructions obediently, and with a smile, I swung my legs back into the hammock. We lay next to each other, my feet by Etza's head and vice versa, as the wind swung us back and forth. There we go. Thank you, Haylene. Well, now we've earned our meal, shall we? Shall we dig in? A for effort, Etza. I kind of like that they're, like, really good at, like, healing and stuff, but then they're, like, kind of awkward when it comes to, like, social interactions. I love that shit. I pulled myself into a seating position. Etza mirrored my movements. Ready for the big reveal? Couldn't be more ready. With a dramatic flourish, I opened the basket, revealing the beautiful arrangement inside. Ta-da! You made this. What if I said no? Yeah, I did. What if I store-bought everything and then I was like, and I made this? No, I would never lie like that. I can't even fathom making something close to this. You can't cook, Etza? I'm actually not sure. I can't say I've ever tried. Ever? I'm afraid I missed the age where I could ask for help. It's never too late. I'll show you how some other time. It's easy, I promise. I'm sure with you I'd be in good hands. Honestly, that is very, very like me. If somebody is like, I don't know how to cook, I'm like, I will teach you how to cook. It is so much simpler than you think it is. I love teaching people how to cook. Excitement shone in Etza's eyes as they pulled the food out and handed me my portion. Well, shall we? Cheers. What do you mean you don't know what conditioner you use? You're saying you're just blessed with naturally silky hair? Etza? Etza? I peeked at Etza, only to discover they had fallen asleep. Oh. Golden sunlight washed over their tawny skin. Their silken hair hung through the hammock netting. Ivory strands glistened. There's no way you don't use special conditioner for that. We swayed together in the light breeze, the smell of fresh water carried by the wind, with the rocking rhythm of the hammock, the quiet lullaby of the river, and the cozy warmth of the sun. It was easy to see why they had fallen asleep. And why they eepy. They're a hard worker. It's nice to see them so relaxed. I hadn't been working with Etza long, but it was clear how busy they were. Etza shifted, curling slightly into themselves and nuzzling into the hammock. I'm their partner, right? Isn't there something I can do to help them? I leaned back and watched the clouds drift by as I mused ways to ease Etza's workload. Swirls of blue and gray blended together in the sky. These clouds are pretty. Wait. I straightened and studied the mix of colors. Don't tell me that's... Shoot. I nearly fell out of the hammock as I rushed to gather the picnic materials. Etza's gaze follows my movement as they blinked the sleep from their eyes. Sorry, Etza. I think it's going to rain. We should get out of here. Slowly they glanced around as if they had momentarily forgotten where they were. But soon enough, Etza nodded in understanding and pulled themselves from the hammock as they began untying it from the tree. They approached me with the last of the picnic materials. I quickly stuffed them inside the basket. How much longer until the rain? Soon. Wait, you can't tell? Etza chuckled, taking the picnic materials from my arms as they headed to the nearby cafe. The sky is completely clear for me. What? But earlier you nodded. I assumed you knew what I was talking about? I don't have to see the rain to know I trust you, Haleen. Etza wrapped their hand around mine as they broke into a run. Phew! I swiped the dripping water from my face. Well, we almost made it. Apologies, Haleen, if I hadn't fallen asleep. Etza, I'm glad you fell asleep. Next time I'm gonna make sure you get a full 8 hours. Water ran down my cheeks, endlessly, and at this point, I was sure there was no hope in drying myself off. Maybe I can help. Etza's energy gathered at their fingertips as they held their hand out. I nodded, grateful for anything that would turn me into less of a sopping mess. Their palm hovered next to my cheek, and soon the water evaporated, leaving behind only the gentle kiss of Etza's cool energy. The weight of the water clinging to my clothes, the damp squishiness of my shoes, and the wet slickness of my skin all began to fade. Being this close to Etza, it was impossible not to gaze into the depths of their sapphire eyes. But their focus was elsewhere as they rid me of any remaining discomfort caused by the rain. With one final sweep, and the last of the water gone, then their knuckle lightly traced the contours of my cheek. There. Thank you, Etza. Always, Haleen. Etza finally tended to themselves, elegantly brushing the water from their body. After we relaxed at the cafe, passing the time with light conversation until the storm was gone. Huh? What? Where am I? A sharp pressure dug into my gut and I realized with horror I was flung over someone's shoulder. How? What? I'ma go crazy! I summoned my energy and cast it at them. Let go!
What?
I landed on the forest floor with a harsh thud. The pain didn't register until I was already running.
Wait!
I knew that voice. Even in my sleep, I could recognize it. And that's exactly why I ran. Dark branches reached out to me and raked against my skin. Air came into my lungs in shorter bursts. My breathing grew shallow. My limbs lit on fire. Hold on, I have to let the boys out. Okay, Francisco, go eat. Go eat, go boy. The night's shadows pulled the forest floor from under me, and the world lurched before stopping suddenly. Strong arms held me, but they were by no means welcome. Let me go! You said you wouldn't hurt me. You lied!
As far as I'm aware, you're the one uninjured, while I'm the one sporting quite the bruise from you.
My blood burned at the sound of their voice. They were making jokes? At a time like this? I thrashed in their arms, but their grip only tightened, restricting my movements.
I believe I mentioned it would be bad if anyone saw me. I'd appreciate if you could keep the noise to a minimum.
I appreciate it if you kept the kidnapping to a minimum. Let me go!
I can't grant that request, little one. I apologize.
Do you attack me? Steal me from my home and you don't even have the decency to tell me what you want? You're a coward. You couldn't summon the courage to face me, so you resort to this? Whisking me away like I'm nothing? Silence. Only the sound of my heavy breathing fills the air. Well? I couldn't risk your rejection.
When you are used to desperation, to rejection, you no longer expect help to come, and I'm running out of time. I will do whatever it takes to help those who need it.
Is that so, Kuna? Another voice, this one from above. Kuna tightened his grip on me.
You are bordering on dangerous sentiment if that is the case.
Isa.
I would say I'm surprised, but I'm not, considering you've been following me like a dog.
Let them go. You put many in danger with your actions.
That's rich coming from you. Unfortunately, I've made it this far. Can't turn back now. You understand, right? The Fae are fighting! Let him go. I won't say it again. Silence thickened the tension in the air, and I could practically hear the smirk form on Kuna's lips.
Make me.
We moved, so fast it was as if the air collapsed in on us. The wind howled in my ears, whipped past my face as we twisted and turned through the forest canopy. Ah!
Can I ask you to quiet yourself, little one?
Go to hell! His low chuckle vibrated against me.
I'm afraid hell doesn't exist for beings like me.
Let them go.
My heart skipped at the familiar, much-needed voice. Drook?
We're coming. Hold on.
You have quite the horde of supporters, don't you?
Kuna quickened, weaving between the trees, and the forest now a blur around us. The distance between us and everyone else grew wider and wider. No! Hot, searing energy flew past us. Kane? Another sharper magic cut through the air, splintering a tree near us, and sending me from Kuna's arms. The feeling of nothingness lasted for a second. The absence of Kuna pressed against me. The absence of the wind rushing against my skin. The absence even of gravity's pull. That is until gravity took hold of me, latched onto every inch of my body and yanked me towards the forest floor. My screams pierced the night sky as winds and branches cut against my skin. Do something. Anything! Ugh. Pain seared through my body, but it was nothing compared to how serious my injuries could have been. Thank goodness. I actually did it. I rose, only to see. Aw, geez, the whole harem's here. There's something hilarious about you going like, hey, to this Kuna dude. Well, every time I see him, I'm like, ew, brother, ew. Listen, here's the thing. I just got through the entirety of the Husky and his white cat Shizun that literally invented the term attic wifing. I like them freaky. I like them oomphy. One of my freaks. I like them a little weird. What can I say? My standards are very low when it comes to fictional men.
Little one, please. I don't mean harm. I promise.
Isa's gilded eyes waited in the darkness, their figure unmoving, hidden in the trees. Attic what? Attic wifing. Look it up, but at your own discretion, because it's not really a great term. But you know, Urha's gotta be known for something. Meat Bun is also oomph, one of my freaks. As I stared at everyone around me, my eyes drifted too. I looked too. Well, clearly I'm gonna look at Etza. That's my baby girl non-binary. Central, Kane, Druk, Fenir, Etza. Each one of their stances was still rigid.
It's all right. We're here now.
And then, chaos descended. Kuna dropped from the trees, edging towards me with inhuman speed. Before he could take a step, a powerful wind pushed him away. I darted towards Central. The sound of combat surrounded me. Etza and Fenir were close now. I was almost with them. Aileen! Etza! Fenir! We reached toward each other.
To your right! Look out!
What? Silver magic flew past, narrowly missing me. When I turned, Kuna was close with arms outstretched and a triumphant smirk plastered across their face. What happened to Kane and Druk?
I don't think so.
Druk!
Etza, Fenir, get out of here. We got this.
As if summoned by my name, Etza and Fenir arrived beside me, pulling me away.
Do you really think you'll get away after such blatant insults?
Kuna expertly parried Druk's attack, reaching once again relentlessly for me, but an array of herbs were thrown in their face.
What?
Kane joined Druk, and the two resumed their attack, forcing Kuna back. The entire scene faded in the distance as I ran with Etza and Fenir. Are Kane and Druk going to be okay?
They'll join us soon. Our mission was to save you. Druk and Kane will not overstay their company with those two.
Etza says that, but Kuna seems so strong. If Kane and Druk end up hurt because of me...
Kane and Druk are two of our most elite drakes. Trust in their abilities.
Reassurance was clear in Etza's eyes. Fenir calmly stared back, nodding once to agree with Etza. I'm holding both of their hands. I hope like in your guys' like mind palace, I'm holding both of their hands. Where I'm in a happy polycule with my they them wife and my they them boyfriend. Going back to help them when I'm Kuna's target will only make things worse. I know that, but it doesn't make running away like this any easier.
After such success, I would have expected a more welcoming look on your face.
Oh my god, hey baby girl. Oh my god, hey other baby girl. Kane, Druk.
There you go. That's the spirit.
You're okay.
We may not have had the chance to personally show off for you, but we are professionals. This is just another day in the life of a Drake.
Even then, when I'm the one who's responsible for putting you in danger.
Beyond it being our jobs, we wouldn't wish harm upon you. Of course, we are happy to keep you safe.
Your mom called. Told us you disappeared. Given everything that's been happening recently.
Aw, thanks, Mom.
We weren't certain something bad happened, but we didn't want to take any chances. Etza was able to detect you, and Fenrir knows the area well. From there, it was merely a game of hide and seek.
They were able to mobilize that quickly? Maybe it was because I'd never been in this kind of situation before, but I had no idea Central's capabilities extended this far. The level of teamwork and action was beyond impressive. Thank you, everyone. I don't know what to say.
No need to thank us. We're just glad you're safe.
A silence settled over us as the events of the night sank in. While they probably wouldn't admit it out loud, it was clear everyone was exhausted. I regarded Etza as they walked beside me. Through the chaos, Etza had stayed by my side, guiding me through the forest with Fenrir. Even now, their hand remained at my back like an anchor of safety.
Are you all right?
I am. Just a little shaken up. Mostly from that brutal fall. I winced at the reminder of the soreness in my muscles sharpening. Etza moved to me, gesturing towards my injuries.
Do you mind?
I shook my head, and their hands hovered over me. Their blue eyes, the blue in their eyes deepened and glowed as they calmly looked at me over, eyelids lowered in focus. Soon, their hands paused. Right where it hurts most. As expected from the head wyvern at Central. Their energy brightened, mirroring the brightness of their eyes, and a cool sensation washed over me, replacing all of the pain. I moved my limbs back and forth, testing the full range of motion. Good as new. Thanks, Etza. They nodded, returning to their original spot behind me, their hand once again at my back as we continued our walk with the others.
It's the least I can do after everything you've been through. I feel as if we should have known better, done more. They were able to steal you away, right from under our noses.
Kimura did offer protection. I was the one being stubborn.
Even so, given how much you've run into them.
There's no way you could have known anything. Everything about this is so new.
Like the existence of Fae? I can't believe beings that powerful exist. And they don't use dragon energy. It's a miracle you've made it this far, uninjured.
Agreed. All of the power Kuna displayed tonight. How have I made it this far uninjured?
Why were they so interested in you? What do they want from you?
As Etza mused to themselves, their hands slipped away from the small of my back. I pushed down the disappointment at the emptiness from where their hand has been.
Everything all right?
Huh? Yes, Etza. Sorry. Etza stared at me, puzzled before offering their arm to me.
I apologize. I got lost in my thoughts. You've been through a lot tonight. I'm sure you're exhausted from the running and falling. My arm is here for you, should you need it.
I took it, suppressing my smile. As they pulled me close, I was once again greeted by the solid steadiness of their body. Their long hair danced in the wind, tickling my shoulder and cheek every so often. The tension from my own body faded at their presence. We continued down the path, surrounded by the rest of the drakes, as Etza mused to themselves. Their mind may have been elsewhere, but leaning on them gave me a sense of security. By Etza, I felt safe. Ooh, okay. We've started Etza's route. Look at that. Okay, so I think this is where we're going to wrap up for today, though. I think this is a really good one. I think it gave you guys a pretty good preview of like the first little bit of the game, and also I have to start getting ready. I'm gonna go be meeting a friend here in a few hours. We're gonna go eat endless Korean barbecue. I'm so excited. But I think that this does give us a good place to stop. Typically I try to find like a good way to give you guys that first look at a game. We've locked in kissing the NB. I used to do a lot of first looks like in the past when I was kind of first getting my foot in the door streamings, and it's been a while since I've done one. So this was really, really refreshing, but also this was a great game to do like a first look on.
like, once again, I think Crescents and their studio has done, like, absolutely amazing. I really do like all of the characters. Like, I like everybody. I think I had the least points in Druk, not because I dislike Druk, but because I never found it, like, kind of natural to, like, reach out to him. But I definitely want to do everybody's route. I am very, very interested in everyone. I think, like, it's Etza and Fenrir, who are, like, my top two. I think it's Isa and Kane in, like, the next row as, like, second priority, and then Kuna and Druk. Kuna definitely feels like, you know, like, in a lot of Otome games, there's definitely, like, a final route, which ties everything together. Kuna feels like the final route that you do, and, like, get everything tied together. So I feel like, my progression's gonna be, like, Etza, Fenrir, like, Kane, Druk, Isa, and then Kuna. I think that's gonna be, like, probably where I go. But I like everybody a lot. Even Kuna, even if Chica's like, he's weird! I like him freaky like that. I'm interested to, like, know more about, like, his motivations and things like that, you know? So we can, like, go back and we can look at that CG, and then that CG, and then that one for the summoning. Okay, so the only person we didn't, again, it just didn't seem like the natural progression to get anything for Druk this time. But I'm very interested to see where the rest of the game is going. So once again, this is Alaris by Crescent Studio. It is $14.99 on Steam and itch.io. I will put links to the game in both the Prismaria Discord and my Discord. And yeah, so I'm looking forward. I'm not even questioning his weirdness. He's Fae. They're frequently weird and or creepy. No, they're just little guys. They're just little guys, Chica. They're just little guys. Little silly little Fae guys. Okay, so I will have a schedule out for next week. Probably nothing for Sunday. We are going to be, what's it called? We're gonna be watching tomorrow Scream and Scooby-Doo in Discord. And then, yeah, we're gonna be watching Scream and Scooby-Doo in Discord to finish up our Matthew Lillard marathon. And then after that, we're gonna be watching Red vs. Blue, which, as I know a lot of you know, is one of my special interests and hyperfixations. So, okay, let's go find someone to raid. Yay! Let's yeah, I think that's who we're gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid Digay! Digay is playing Splatoon Waders. Digay is a comfy, cozy, wholesome streamer. He's not crude, not lewd, but he is a super cool dude. That's like his intro. I love Digay. Digay is also a very good friend of the Prismaria family. So yeah, next week, again, I'm gonna try to, like, go back to, like, our normal, schedule and stuff like that. Ender Lilies, Caligula Effect, and, what's it called? Tactics Ogre. I do apologize for anybody who is waiting for Tactics Ogre for this week, but just due to scheduling mix-up with the HOA, I couldn't stream yesterday, so I wanted to make sure that I fulfilled my obligation to Crescents. Thank thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to love yourselves every neon. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a wonderful night, Chica. You are amazing. And I will see you guys at the next channel, at the next stream. Have a wonderful night, every neon. Okay, bye.